What's going on, y'all? What's happening, everybody? I apologize. Time got away from me. But here we are. 7 o'clock on the dot in the drop top, cruising down the street in my 6'4". Shout out to everybody here in the LLC. Come on in, come on in. Hit the like button. Everybody speak to everybody. Happy Saturday to all of you all. Thank you all so much for tuning in. One day I'm going to get some lighting so I can turn my camera back on. Y'all, it's dark as hell in here. I have one lamp. You would not be able to see at all. The lighting would be so bad. And I have yet to go back to the Google wish list or the Amazon wish list and put that on there. But I will. Got to get a new light. Got to get a new light. What's going on, everybody? How y'all doing? Y'all good? What's happening? Hey, Skeeter. How you doing? How you? Hey, Mark. How's your son coming along? Hope everybody's okay. Laura, shout out to my mods, Laura, Block Anonymous. Man, I literally got time just escaped from me. I was literally in the middle of recording a video that is going to premiere at 9. And I said, oh my God, just got carried away and forgot what time it was. I am so sorry, you all. But I am so glad you guys came back here and you're here. We're live. We're also having a members only live. I think I'm going to push that back by 30 minutes just to give myself some time to breathe a little bit. But we're going to have a members only live just to kind of hang out. You know, talk about the YouTube mansions and, you know, things are happening in the YouTube streets that we need to check out and get back and relax. And you guys can tell me how things going in your lives. That's what we do in the members only. We hang out. What's going on? Thank you so much. You guys be patient. Shout out to my fantastic mods. I have the greatest mods on YouTube. You will not tell me anything any differently. I need you all hitting that like button. Make sure you subscribe to the Lady Luck Club and share the content. Once you hit that like button, put a red heart in the chat. Red heart in the chat. Because Jay Witt said he is looking for those hearts. Yeah, it was a good idea. I sometimes forget to tell you all about the goal, the $25 goal for the live stream. And they just go towards the expenses of the channel. So I bless God for just the opportunity to be able to have a conversation with you all. And thank you all for tuning in. You could be watching anyone else, but you choose to rock with me. And that is a blessing and an honor to me. And I'm humbled. That's why I want to make sure you all understand that I do take this content seriously, give you guys the facts, and I do my research and apologize profusely when I'm late because nobody likes that. Nobody likes it at all. I apologize. I ran behind. I'm so sorry. Thank you all so much. Skeeter, Mark, to your son. Shout out to you all. Black Anonymous, Laura, Bernice is up in here. Ralph Mars said, what's up? Hello. Everybody speak to everybody. Hands up a little, please. Y'all can hear me? Can y'all hear me? Is that better? Put some hearts in the chat once you've hit that like button. We're looking for those hearts. You forgiven? Gave me a chance to get a shot. I hear you, Black Anonymous. What's going on, Andrea? How you doing? Shout out to all of you all. 14 people, come on in here. Come on in here. I just want to make sure you guys can hear me good. Okay, cool. You just said they can hear. Laura, can you hear me? Yeah, shout out to all of my mods here. I appreciate all of you all. Laura is my actual administrator here in StreamYard. So if you have any issues, discrepancies, or anything, and I don't see in StreamYard, let me know, or you can let Laura know. Give her a heads up, and she'll email me. I appreciate y'all tuning in. All right, so we have some videos to go over. Put some hearts in the chat once you've hit that like button. Hit that like button. Thank you so much. What's going on, Sean? How you doing? Some of you all will be tuning in to our first members only live for the first time. So please make sure you come back. I'll push it back to 9:45. I need just some time in between to clean up the videos and make sure they're ready. What's going on, T. Davis? Hey, 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 hey. Put some hearts in the chat once you have hit that like button. Let's make it happen. Y'all see this Oompa Loompa we have here on the screen? I've been asked, hey, Lady Luck, why are these threats and stuff that we're watching in these videos from Umar, are they new? No, they're not new, but they're new to me because I haven't seen them. So that's why I put first time reaction and commentary, because the videos that we're going to check out in the live tonight are new to me. All right. I haven't seen them at all. And I think they're important for me to see, one, and two, for people to kind of be reminded of because of the threats he's making towards Marianne Lorian. I mean, if she said that her and her attorney had to have law enforcement pay this man a visit, that to me is very serious. And her attorney, attorneys are considered officers of the court. Her attorney would not even recommend to pull in law enforcement if it were not a very serious issue. All right. And one thing attorneys are going to do, they're going to be zealous for their clients, sometimes overzealous. But what they should not be doing is what his attorneys are trying to do, and that's to threaten litigation to silence critics, knowing damn well they don't want to litigate. So I want to make sure that, you guys understand how important it is when it comes to these threats, that they should not be tolerated. And this is what happens when somebody like Umar gets away with these threats for so many years. And then he continues to do it and thinks that no one is supposed to put him in check and call him out for it. Or he gets upset when law enforcement gets involved because he thinks that he has the right to do it. No, you don't. So I want to make sure I pull up. Black Anonymous sent me a link as well. Shout out to Black Anonymous. I want to make sure I get this article in right quick before we get started on the videos. So while everybody's coming in, shout out to Black Anonymous. Let's get this information in, and I'm going to drop the link in the chat for you all so you guys can see this information, and then we'll get to the videos at hand. Let's see here. Here's the link. Black Anonymous's post and blog. You guys make sure you check that out. What's going on, Francisca? How you doing, honey? Hope everybody's doing well. Happy Saturday evening. Happy Saturday evening. So let's get to this here. This is Busted, Disgusted, and Can't Be Trusted. Oh, man. This was written back on November 13th of 2020. But like I said, when his behavior continues to persist and it's not dying down at all, this information is relevant for people to know and to be reminded of. He's still making threats like an alien that he is. Anti-fraud warriors. Shouts out to Lennon Honor, Anti-Afro, Svengalis, Ian J, King Kong Crazy, Make a Change, and the Reverend Gerald Palmer, and all the rest who are part of the anti-fraud warrior movement. If you all don't mind me saying, I think all of us who are part of the anti-fraud warrior movement are generally nice, decent, smart, funny, and all around good eggs, even if we don't agree on every little thing. Very true. That's one of the perks, if you will, of being an anti-fraud warrior. We know how to disagree without the disagreeable childishness of disrespecting, name calling, or doxing one another. Let's not forget making threats, sending people to somebody's house, paying visits, pulling up, all the things that would be considered criminal activity. We don't break the law. We just don't do it. All right. Plus we have a spine. You know how many people talk about me and dog me out here? I don't sit here and respond to every little thing. I'm very selective in that anyway. But you're going to get people say things that you're not going to like on social media. Umar does not have a spine. The Prince of Pan crust pizza is as spineless as a slice of pizza. So when it comes to words, they do hurt his feelings. But instead of him being adult enough to say that, No, he walks around like a teenager and sits here and have people pull up on somebody because of that. Because words hurt him. He's an idiot. We don't deserve to be disrespected, name called the docs for having a different opinion about something or someone, and certainly no one deserves to be lied on. Exactly, yet this is what's happening. Our good sister and brother E and J have had to go through being lied on. Namely, E is a child abuser. That isn't true. But it isn't interesting that they attacked E, the woman on the E and J team, and not J, the man on the team. See, these coward and cult leaders like Umar and other wannabe cult leaders that are, too insignificant to dignify their existence, or you have actual cult leaders that out here like Nature Boy and you know, um, the David E. Taylors, the people who are cult leaders out here perpetuating crimes against people. They go for women because one, they hate women. Two, they perceive women to be the weaker of the two. Out of a man, they'd rather attack the woman. They're cowards. Them attacking you, going head to head with a man, coward. They don't do it because they know a man probably could whoop their ass on any given day of the week. But they will attack a man if they believe that man to be perceived as weak, almost, no different than a woman. That's why Umar runs around here telling people that Lennon is homosexual, because he has to somehow look at him as the weaker of the two, which is disgusting. But no, they're not gonna just, people like Umar don't attack the men because they know a man to tear their ass up. That's why it was so stupid for him to dare a married woman to go out on a $500 date with him. Because then at the end of the day, what if the husband shows up? He get his ass whooped. That's what needs to happen anyway. Our good sister Auntie Afro Sfingalis has been doxxed, name called, and has her sexuality called into question. For the record, Anti-Afro Sfingalis sexuality is none of my business, and I don't care to know about it. I mean, nobody's sexuality is none of their business. Only Umar's walking around here talking about, I want to cuddle with your boys by the fireside while they're wearing their little business suits. We're going to have cuddle time by the fireside. Umar, you said it. And you're gross. Our good brother, Lennon Honor, has been doxxed and accused of being homosexual on the down low. I don't believe that is true. And if it is, that is between Lennon Honor and his wife. I could go on. Exactly. Here's the thing. One cannot simply make up stories about someone, otherwise known as lying, because you disagree with someone's views. We, the anti-fart warriors, know that this are ad hominem attacks. Examples of ad hominem attacks include, brace yourself, you're gay, you work for $15 an hour. I don't know how that's an attack, Umar, when you don't have a job at all. You clown. You're a child abuser, you're a child molester. You're cheating on your spouse. Something he would do anyway. He wants 2 wives. You're fat. Umar, you eat Little Debbie snack cakes in your spare time, which is all the time, because you don't have a job. You get the idea. Ad hominem attacks are designed to denigrate the person making the point rather than to address the point of the argument or discussion. Ad hominem attacks are meant to distract. That's all they are. Distractions. Those of us who know what ad hominem attacks are hardly pay attention to them. I didn't. I know it's a bunch of foolishness. However, the foolishness goes up several notches when people use flat out lies and engage in illegal behavior to bolster ad hominem attacks. And then there's a post here from a Daryl. I remember him being named in the lawsuit from August Archibald, whom I wish I could get an interview with. Does anyone have August Archibald's information? Or an email? Okay, someone get him my email. Yeah. Ephraim, let's get into it. E and J passed away. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. That's unfortunate. It's very unfortunate. I'm sorry about that. That's why you don't sit here and go after people. Because, I mean, they shouldn't spend any time of their life trying to defend themselves against nonsense from people like Umar Tardians. Hey, Kandia. How you doing? How's it going? Shout out to my mods up in here. Thank you all so much. Give you research I've done over the 2 years on Umar. I've been writing about Umar for almost 10 years with breaks here and there. Gotcha. And we're gonna check it out. You guys make sure you check out Black Anonymous blogs and articles and stuff. They are chock full of goodies. I had no idea. See, this is me trying to still in learning and researching about Umar and his, you know, cyber crimes and activity he's willing to engage in. I'm having to watch and read older, information, older videos, because that's part of my research. I'm not going to just do a video and just say a bunch of things and not have the research behind me. That's just how I operate, and I believe in that integrity. So I appreciate all of those who are sending me information, sending me documentation and evidence to utilize in my reporting, because that to me goes a long way. And I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Bougie Barbie, what's going on? Hey, family, what Umar up to now? We're going over a video I have not seen of him threatening his baby mamas, but we're reading the video. The article that Black Anonymous has made about the anti-fraud warriors. Y'all make sure you guys hit that like button and put a red heart in the chat when you do. I am sorry to hear about that. That DE passed away. Eric, Eric, what's going on in the educated poll? Relying on intimidation. He's a bum. Out of me, forget a man. Forget a man. My big sister would mop the block on my ass. That's funny. What's going on, Ad Avis? I just want to make sure I came back and checked out the chat. Gave everybody a shout out. As you guys come in, hit that like button and put a red heart in the chat once you hit that like button. Black Anonymous, Marianne going on to Linda to discuss the threat. She may have been advised to keep it quiet. That's a good question. I was wondering that as well. Come text time, will bring him down. Exactly. Yeah, I that's the same thing. I'm wondering if she is gonna discuss it with. I know she did notify Lennon, but I'm wondering if he's gonna do an episode on it. Didn't he get called out for sleeping with a married black woman, Mr. Black? Yes, exactly. Umar was called out for actually sleeping with a woman, and Mary Ann told the story of how, and this is in the first video she did, where she tried to report his harassing behavior to the authorities. And Umar, told the man, with, "You don't want her, I'll take her." They're just like she's a thing, like she's an object. Like, how she wants to actually leave her husband for you? And then this is after some, physical violence had occurred here. So it was a very serious situation. And he's making light of it, talking about, if you don't want her, I'll take her. Get out of here. You shouldn't even be around her. But, you ask him about his kids and why he's not taking care of them. I mean, he's going to throw out those ad hominem attacks and sit here and pout and cry and whine all day, though. But he won't answer the question. What's going on, Tavares? How you doing? How late am I? You're not that late. We're just reading over the post before we get to the videos, you all. Just sub. Dave, thank you so much. Keep your foot on his neck. Oh, I will. Donations drying up like the Euphrates River. That's a good one. He was a good person as far as I'm concerned, Lady Luck Club. And I believe you. I believe you. Anyone that's willing to face these con artists head on and report on them and expose them so that the public can be aware that they're scamming people. You gotta, it takes a special person to do it. And yes, we do get put into a position where we get possibly doxxed, where we're threatened, where we get these attacks, we're called out of our names. I just, after almost 5 years of being on YouTube, I've had to master the art of picking a battle and just ignoring it. And if it's something I just got to get off my chest, and just want to kind of talk about it, I don't even have to say the person's name, but I will do it on a members only live. I won't be disingenuous and a disservice to the main platform, though, because someone's being an idiot. But if I have to get to that point where I'm like, yeah, I just got to get this off my chest, I'll do a members only live in a minute. And then we'll have fun with it. Yes, we will. Like tonight, we're going to have a members only live. Oh, I'm just getting started. What's going on, Rimro? How you doing? What's going on? Y'all hit that like button, put a red heart in the chat. He's a 51-year-old man, yeah. Rest in peace, E. Her laugh was contagious. I miss her. Aw. Sounds like a good person, man. Let's get back to this article so we can get to these videos. What's going on, Saint? Shout out to my mods. Bernard, how you doing? I want to make sure I got everybody in. All right, cool. Y'all put a red heart in the chat. Once you've hit that like button, I know Malik has been having his cyber team watching out for you and others, LLC. Absolutely. Yeah, I know. They watch out for me and they look out for me. They got my back. And I appreciate that. Especially Manny. Y'all, Manny is the deal. Malik, Manny, they don't play that. None of you all in the chat play that. Nobody in the LLC play that. My moms especially. They go in. Lord, thank you so much. Dr. Squash products are available. They will be tagged in the description of the video. Please make sure you check out the description of the video for Dr. Squash soap, deodorant, products, toothbrush, toothpaste, and more. Dr. Squash products, we have a partnership with them, and I do receive a commission on the sales of the products that are tagged. So you must buy the products that are tagged in the video in order for the LLC to get the commission. Thank you all so much. Let's get back to this article. I had to switch over because I can't see y'all's chat while I'm reading this. So I just want to make sure I give you guys a shout out and welcome in. This post here says, I may have to bankroll Flacco for more shit on Lennon and the rest of them. It's sitting here incriminating themselves to get information. You're paying for information on people. If you're using a lie to prove a point, whatever that is, you didn't prove anything other than you are a liar. Exactly. E&J, somewhere along the way, someone accused E from E&J of cheating on her husband. But E&J found out the truth about how these phony accusations, otherwise known as lies, came about. And look at this screenshot of this. It gets better or worse depending on your viewpoint. Lennon Honor. Lennon Honor has been doxxed by Umar and others. The latest including someone named Frederick Jala. Jala has been shown to be advertised on Craigslist for gay males willing to be interviewed by him. The gay males were paid by him, and the interviews were scripted to say that they have had sexual interactions with Lennon Honor. This is not true. That is so insane. All of that is for what? Umar. If your Umar Tardians are going to give you their hard-earned money, what difference does it make whether we say something about you or not? You're not very smart, Umar. If it comes down to it, his diehard cult base, they don't have to care about what we say if they're still going to give him donations, right? If people want to still give him their hard-earned money, they're going to do it, despite whatever we report on. So he puts merit into it. He validates what we say by responding to it and then going out of his way to do all this dumb shit. And for what? Umar Tardians are still going to give him money. Look how hard Mark Lamont still defends him. We don't make this content, I know I don't, to get people to stop giving him money. It's to give you a heads up on who he is and what he's about. And we bring along the documentation and evidence to prove it. It's that simple. So if Umar Tardians still want to give him their hard-earned money, they're going to do it. James Miller said he was going to keep doing it. And he still has not sent me any vendor information, by the way. James Miller, I'm very disappointed in you lying about documentation. No, I'm not. I expected nothing different. I expected nothing different. I mean, because Umar Tardians are going to lie you. Umar Johnson followers. It has been said that there is at least one Umar Johnson follower who is bankrolling this whole kooky and illegal enterprise. It isn't known if Umar himself is aware of this. It is my personal opinion that Umar is at least aware of it. Why do I think it? Listen to what he said on Yana Dingman, Godcast, with Lord Jamar and Rodiga. And this is a separate, it might be a whole video we'll check out with the he did with Jamar. Is that Lord Jamar? Yeah. We'll check that video out on, we'll probably do on the next live. Check out the temper tantrum he threw on that podcast. I haven't seen the full video, but I've seen some of it. And he threw a whole temper tantrum. Lord Jamar just brought up, like, okay, maybe you don't need money. Maybe you just need resources and people to help you with school. And he just went off like a clown. Further, Umar can be heard in the background of this video talking about booty bandits and loosey-goosey booties. Like, because he's disgusting. So in my opinion, Umar is at minimum aware of what this Frederick Jalla person is doing. I can only hope that money given by loyal donors to a so-called school isn't being used for illegal and nefarious reasons. Safe to say it probably is, because Umar doesn't have a job. How is he paying for someone to dig up dirt on somebody? He has to be using donor money, just like he uses donor money to pay for his attorneys and to pay out, settlements that, to me, Mary Ann Lorient definitely deserved. She deserved more than that. But the truth of the matter is he has no other income. So he didn't have a choice but to use donations. But this because of the shit he got himself into. No one told him to go do that movie. So that's on him. Shout out to all of you all tuning in. We're getting ready to get to the videos. I wanted to start off with this video of Umar alleging that someone threatened him because he's a hypocrite. Now, cult leaders don't care about the concept or the definition of the word hypocrisy. They just don't. They're hypocritical to the very letter of that word. But they don't care that they're hypocritical. They only care about how they feel and playing the victim when it's convenient for them. So we're going to hear him talk about getting a death threat or threat. He said death threat. That's what this video is. Umar Johnson on getting death threats. But never mind all the threats he sent out to other people and had people rolling up at somebody's house. And somehow they expect not to have police waiting on their ass along with SWAT to shoot them in the ass. It's funny how these things happen. Shout out to all of you all. Make sure you guys are hitting that like button and dropping a red heart in the chat when you do. I appreciate all of you all. Witty Kitty, thank you for joining. Lance, I appreciate you guys for tuning in. 73 people watching. Thank you all so much. Make sure you hit that like button and drop a heart when you have hit that like button. Drop a heart. Bougie Barbie said, oh, that was Umar crashing out at his best. Yeah. It crashes out all the time. Island and me, they move like them. Yeah. Lance, what's up, Skeeter? Everybody speak to everybody. Correction, S. Tavares. Umar is 51. Oh, yeah, he's old. Umar, you're an idiot. It's just, it just is what it is. Just want to make sure I get everybody in. Okay, y'all. Put a 1 in the chat if you can see the video and hear the video. Let's go.
I was sitting in the audience in Cleveland, Ohio, about to go on the stage. I got a text message. We in the audience. If you come out here, we're going to blow your brains out. I told my security, the police came, they had to check people and everything. Well, they said, you can't go out there. I said, I'm going. I refuse to be afraid. You got iron on you, though? Yeah, that don't really matter with me, though, because when I'm giving my speech, I'm so into my message, I'm not even going to see you coming. People come to my speech and say, I was sitting right in front of you. You didn't see me? Of course I didn't see you. I'm not looking at y'all. I'm trying to give out the wisdom that the ancestors put in my head.
I promise you all, I did not change the speed of this video. Go back. So he said somebody will talk about belonging to the effing brain. All the threats that he's given. Where is this threat, Umar? I want to see proof. I want to see the text or the call or the something. Where did this text come from? Because him saying this is mighty ironic and convenient for him, right? But you notice anytime Umar claims anything, he just says stuff. But he never shows any documentation or proof. He never shows any evidence. So when it comes to people like him, you always challenge that verification. Where's your evidence? Where's your text? You got a text? Who sent it to you? Where did it come from? Oh yeah, I mean I wouldn't give him an inch or a bit of rope at all in this. I don't give him any benefit of the doubt. I don't owe Umar that.
I was sitting in the audience in Cleveland, Ohio, about to go on the stage. I got a text message. We in the audience. If you come out here, we're going to blow your brains out. I told my security, the police came, they had to check people and everything. Well, they said, you can't go out there. I said, I'm going.
We are seeing this text. What number did this come from, Umar? It just says Aristotle Investments. What number did this come from? You don't see nothing up top, up there. You don't see anything with this. He could have texted himself this nonsense. He could have had one of his homeboys, why don't y'all text me this so I can go out here and say I'm getting death threats. Yep, I'm going all the way there. This could have been a whole setup. because that's the type of person he is. He's willing. If you're willing to reach out to someone and pay someone to lie and say that they had an interview with Lennon Honor and they're accusing Lennon Honor of being a homosexual, I don't have any reason to believe that you got this text message when there's no information to show that it came from anyone else, any third party person. None.
Brains out. I told my security, the police came, they had to check people and everything. When they said you can't go out there, I said I'm going. I refuse to be afraid. That iron on you though? Yeah, that don't really matter with me though, because when I'm giving my speech, I'm so into my message, I'm not even gonna see you coming. People come to my speech and say, I was sitting right in front of you. You didn't see me, of course I didn't see you. I'm not looking at y'all. I'm trying to give out the wisdom that the ancestors put in my head to give you. When you know your purpose, it don't matter. Dr. King knew that was his purpose. Malcolm knew, Garvey knew, Douglas knew, Nat Turner knew, Gabriel Prosser, Denmark Beasley, they knew. Fred Hampton, George Jackson, Medgar Evers, our Prentice Bunchy Carter, John Huggins, they knew. I was sent here to do this. My favorite quote from Nat Turner Confessions. Nat Turner said, the spirit appeared to me and said, such is your luck. Such you shall do. And whether it comes rough or whether it comes smooth, you shall surely bear it. So the spirit told him, you're going to die. You might lose your home.
Yeah, you're going to bear it, all right. Because, you know, the FBI is not playing with you with these cyber crimes. They don't play about that. You know, Umar, the Bible says if you live by the sword, you die by the sword. You're sitting out here talking about you're not scared. You still went to the speaking engagement and that you don't see anyone coming. And yet you said that you got a text. So now you're wasting resources with the authorities because they're having to come out to check people at a speaking engagement because you claimed that a text message came about something with your effing brains and all this other stuff. But you couldn't prove where it came from when those officers could have been out tending to any real crime. Because you still chose to do that speaking engagement because money. You don't shut your ass up.
They tortured and killed Nat Turner's wife. 2 of his kids snuck out. That's the reason why Nat Turner got descendants walking the earth right now. That's why I meditate, because I don't ever want to get like Dr. King and Malcolm, where people threatening you so much, you're just ready to die. When you talk to people who's close to them, they say they got to a point where they got so exhausted from being threatened, they knew they was going to die. Yeah, I heard Malcolm say, I'm a dead man walking. Yeah, I probably been a dead man already.
Yeah.
You need to reach me. You have your...
It's funny how Umar...
Peace and pan.
Yeah, this is the second video we're going to get to. But it's funny how, you know, he's talking about them saying they're ready to die. Umar ain't ready to die. He's a coward. But yet you can produce text messages with evidence to show where it came from, Umar. Where's his fear when he's sending out his Goonie Goons to people's houses? Because they don't seem to be, you know, afraid of the possibility of someone bearing arms, upholding their Second Amendment, and defending their territory when they're going to someone's house. You know, the Goonie Goons don't think about the fact that they would not be able to outnumber all of law enforcement when they pull up. They don't think about what if they get caught and they actually end up being charged and go to jail. Umar will not be there to bail you out, you dumb Goonie Goons. That's why he utilizes you idiots. You're useless idiots. He uses you all to do his dirty work because you're stupid enough to do it. So you got all these useless idiots out here doing Umar's bidding, rolling up on people, and they don't think twice about someone exercising their Second Amendment rights, bearing arms, having a weapon registered to them, and ready to use it if you go break it into their house. They don't think about, oh, what if I turn a corner and FBI's waiting for me or the police is waiting for me? Then what? What if the police shoot them thinking that these people are armed? Because they could be. He's walking around to he got a piece. I don't put it past his Goonie Goons not to have a piece. So guess how it's going to be told to the police when you talk about rolling up on someone's house or pulling up? They got guns, so y'all might want to come armed and ready. Everybody don't play that shit. What's going on, Sweet Pea Twerks? Sweet Pea Twerks. Oh, Lord. That's funny. Sweet Pea Twerks. Is that the picture? Oh, my God. Y'all, sorry. It just kind of threw me off. I was not expecting that, Sweet Pea. Shout out to all you all. Shout out to Sweet Pea Twerks. And for going all the way there and putting a profile picture of somebody twerking. God. Oh, that's good. Yeah, hit the like button and put a heart in the chat. Once you hit that like button, king of no receipts. I know. What's going on, Seth? Umar is a blithering, egotistical, narcissistic, pathological, lying, psychobabbling. Oh, I just love your comment. Mentally deranged, agent of chaos, black devil, vampire, feminazi, white supremacist shit bag. Oh man, Seth, it's so good to see you. How you doing? You seem to be in a good mood. Oh man, y'all, that's too funny. All right, shout out to Sweet Pea Twerks. Okay. Oh boy. All right, let's get to this video, you all. This is Umar. Yeah, sending out threats to both his baby mamas, because reasons. But this is after we've just watched a video of him alleging that he's gotten death threats, right? Now he talks about, abuse allegations, which it's not hard to believe because he's very abusive towards women verbally. I haven't seen him actually put his hands on anyone yet in a video, but he definitely has the ability and propensity to show some verbal abuse and a lot of aggression towards women. And of course, the threats. And, once you get one of your Goonie Goons talking about they're going to sexually assault someone, yeah, I wouldn't put it past him that he could not put his hands on somebody. You got one of your Goonie Goons running around here, Umar, talking about they're willing to sexually assault a woman. So you and that Goonie Goon can go straight to hell. That's some disgusting stuff right there. You got to be a sick person to think that that type of threat should go unnoticed. Are you kidding? So yeah, baby number 1 and threatens to expose baby mama number 2. No one told you to have all these kids by these different women. You idiot. All right, let's get to it, y'all. Put a 1 in the chat if you can see it here. Let's go.
Africanism, peace and Pan-Africanism. Marx.
Oh dear Lord. I'm sorry. Danny's World. Shout out to Danny's World. We can get Danny's World YouTube channel dropped in the chat. This is Danny World's video. Shout out to Danny's World. Absolutely a fan of Danny World's channel. I am subscribed. Make sure you guys go check them out. Hit the like button and tell it that LLC sent you her way. Let's get to it.
Zuckerberg just interrupted my previous live. Peace and Pan-Africanism, peace and Pan-Africanism. Mark Zuckerberg just interrupted my previous live. Peace and Pan-Africanism, peace and Pan-Africanism. Mark Zuckerberg just interrupted my previous live. I want to say good Garvey Day to my Africans on the continent of Africa. I want to say good.
Mark Zuckerberg does not know who you are, you dumb clown.
Garvey Day to my Africans in Asia. I want to say good Garvey Day to my Africans of Europe, my England Africans, my French Africans, my Irish Africans, my Scottish Africans, my German Africans, my Australian Africans. Austria Africans, excuse me. Peace and Pan-Africanism to my Australian Africans, my Melbourne Africans, my Queensland Africans, my Brisbane Africans, my Sydney, Australia Africans. Peace and Pan-Africanism to my Canadian Africans, my Toronto and my...
The entire continent of Australia are saying for you to leave their name out of your mouth. Has he even been to Australia? If he has, I'm sure they will not embrace him with open arms or anything. They probably will revoke his visa. If they're willing to revoke the visa of Candace Owens, I highly doubt that they will welcome this blabbering idiot with open arms and let him come in with a visa.
Montreal and my Nova Scotia Africans. Peace and Pan-Africanism to my Caribbean Africans, my Haitian Africans, my Turks and Caicos Africans, my St. Croix, St. John, St. Lucia Africans, my Puerto Rican Africans, my Cuban Africans, my Dominican Republic Africans, my Haitian Africans. Peace and Pan-Africanism to my...
Yeah, while he's blabbering away, please make sure you hit that like button and drop a heart in the chat. When you do, he's doing greetings and roll call.
Africans, brothers and sisters, my Mexican Africans. Oh, yes. Peace and Pan, my Venezuelan Africans. Oh, yes.
Yeah, because
peace and Pan-Africanism to my Texas Africans, my Jersey Africans, my Phoenix Africans, my Florida Africans, my Detroit, Chicago, Omaha, St. Louis Africans, my Milwaukee Africans, my Kentucky Africans, my Memphis Africans, and my Chattanooga Africans, and my Nashville Africans, my Trenton, New Jersey Africans, my Jersey City.
It makes you wonder if he's reading a script. He keeps pausing.
Bronx Africans, my Brooklyn Africans, my Harlem Africans, my Queens Africans, my Staten Island Africans, my Buffalo Africans, my Rochester Africans, my Syracuse Africans, Peace and Penn Africans, and to my Connecticut Africans, my Maine Africans, my Rhode Island Africans, my Delaware Africans. Where my FDMG Delaware Africans at? If you are FDMG Delaware African, I got to pull you into the movement. If you are FDMG Delaware African, I need to pull you into the movement. My Harrisburg Africans, my Pittsburgh Africans.
Y'all know because FDMG is not a place, it's a people.
Africans, my Lancaster Africans, my Reading and my Coatesville, my Allentown, my Chester Africans, my West Philly Africans, my North Philly Africans, my Germantown, Mount Airy Africans, my Southwest Philly Africans, them Susquehanna Africans.
You can't make this
Brothers and sisters, I am live in Long Beach, California. Brothers and sisters, I am live in Long Beach, California. Brothers and sisters, I am coming to you live from Long Beach, California. Let me say good Garvey Day to my West Coast Africans. Where my Los Angeles Africans at? I am here. My Compton Africans, I am here.
Dude, just get
We'll be keynoting for the third time today. I will be keynoting for the third time today. I will be keynoting for the third time today. The 44th Annual California State University.
What is he doing with all that money he's earning from that keynoting? Umar, you shouldn't be broke. But, you know, somehow here we are. And I highly doubt you're paying child support. So what are you doing with that money? You don't have anywhere to live, so you're not paying mortgage. I mean, you know, living at the school doesn't really count because you don't want to pay the water bill there either. Because FDMG is not a place, it's a people.
University at Long Beach. The 44th Annual California State University at Long Beach. The 44th Annual California State University at Long Beach Black Consciousness Conference. I want to see all my California State University Africans today. The conference begins at 11 o'clock. The conference begins at 11 o'clock today at California State University at Long Beach. The Prince of Pan-Africanism will take the stage inside of the Beach Auditorium at 4 p.m. this afternoon. I said the keynote by King Kong Consciousness at the 44th Annual California State University Black Consciousness.
So King Kong Consciousness is his YouTube channel? That's what I just saw here. That's his YouTube channel, or it's a channel that somebody regulates for him, maybe, but it's still connected to him. I didn't hear him say Africans. I think all of Africa would be insulted.
This conference, the keynote address by Nana Payina Dr. Umar Ifatunde Oguntade will be at 4:30 today on campus inside the Beach Auditorium. Inside the Beach Auditorium. Inside the Beach Auditorium of Cal State University, Long Beach, 4:30, King Kong will take the stage. But this is what I want to say, and I'm not going to keep you too long. This is what I want to say, and I'm not going to keep you too long.
Oh, okay.
This is what I want to say, and I'm not going to keep you too long.
Stop repeating yourself.
First of all, make sure you hit the PayPal for Black Boys. PayPal.me/FDMG Academy. Make sure you hit the PayPal for Black Boys. PayPal.me/FDMG Academy. Make sure you hit the PayPal.
Make sure you hit the like button for the Lady Luck Club and put a red heart in the chat when you're done.
You can mail your check or money order. You can mail your check or money order payable to FDMG Academy, P.O. Box 9634, Wilmington, Delaware. I said FDMG Academy, P.O. Box 9634, Wilmington, Delaware. I said FDMG Academy, P.O. Box 9634, Wilmington, Delaware, 19809. But this is what I want to say.
Michael Jackson Africans.
First of all, my Los Angeles Africans, my Southern California Africans, if there's anything black and conscious happening tonight in the Los Angeles area, please text me a flyer. I might just pull up on that ass. I said to my Los Angeles Africans, if there's anything black and conscious going on in Los Angeles tonight or tomorrow, text me because I might just pull up on that ass. What's going on in Leimert Park tonight and tomorrow? I said, what's going on in Leimert Park tonight and tomorrow? If there's anything going on in Leimert Park tonight or tomorrow, please text.
Yeah, because he wants to find out where the people are in the park that he can just go hide in the bushes with.
After the Black Consciousness Conference at California State University, Long Beach, I will be free. So if there's anything black and conscious going on tonight, please shoot me a text message. You know the number. It ain't changed.
Does that black and consciousness includes marijuana and alcohol? If it does, Umar, you can't get mad when someone says you're an alcoholic and you're a weed head. You can't get mad about it. What are you smoking when you sitting here lighting up sage and stuff? What's really in that leaf?
Changed in 20 years. 215-989-9858. 989.
He should be getting prank calls and prank texts all day, every day. I mean, it should be that bad to where he would want to change his number. But, you know, because he doesn't read any of it. You have no idea what's coming your way, Umar, do you? Yeah, okay.
9858 215 989 9858. If there's anything going on in Los Angeles that is black and conscious tonight or tomorrow, the King Kong of consciousness will be pulling up. Now, this is what I wanted to say. Rialto, California School District. Where are my Rialto, California black men? I'm asking a question. Someone sent me a very disturbing video of a beautiful African princess, one of our children. I said our children because we are one. I said our children because we are one race, one.
Yeah, except his 4 children that he does not even pay any attention to or acknowledge or even claim. Umar, where are your 4 children at that actually are made of you? They carry your DNA.
People, one community, from Africa to Alabama, from Jamaica to South Jersey, from Scotland to Puerto Rico, from Phoenix to London, from Nigeria to North Dakota. We are one people. Our child was assaulted. A group of Salsa youth assaulted an African princess. A group of Salsa youth assaulted an African princess. A group of brown children destroyed, humiliated.
But when his daughter was presumed to be dead, he did what now and said what now? How did he appeal to anyone's, humanity here? He didn't even care about his own daughter who was out and one of them needs help reaching out to him. Why is he not reaching out trying to help his own daughter with this type of, energy and ferociousness? Why is he not doing that with his own child?
Disrespected and abused an African princess in a Rialto, California classroom.
Thank you.
Somebody sent me the video. A couple people sent me the video. So I'm asking, do we have black men in Rialto, California? Do we have black men in Rialto, California? Because if we do, my dear African brothers, and I mean no disrespect, but if we have black men in Rialto, California, why didn't we pull up on the school district? Why didn't we pull up on those brown boys who beat up on our black girl? I said, why didn't we pull up on those brown boys who beat up on our black girl? See, this is why I founded the National Independent Black Parents Association. This is why I started the National Independent Black Parent Association. Let me talk to the black parents of Rialto.
See that copyright ad, Avis? That's exactly what he said. That's just like Umar. I hope my daughter isn't dead. That would be a bummer. Anyway, this woman was going down on me. ... That's how he treated that whole situation. Umar didn't even care if his daughter was presumably dead. And he's sitting here talking about a child somewhere across the country, which is a horrible thing if she was. But why isn't he this animus about his own children? He's a freaking hypocrite. Did you see the video, Umar videoing of a teenager's backside? Yes, I did. On a college campus. That's why I said, people should hide their teenage girls. College girls should be looking out. Don't let this man on your college campuses, because that's what he does. He goes to these college campuses and he sits here, he films the backsides of college girls that are 18, 19, 20, 21 years old. He's filming their butts and he's 51. That's the disgusting depravity that is Umar. But yet he's sitting here talking about a horrible situation, but the idea of his daughter being presumably dead does not bother him at all more than some woman going down on him. You can't make this up. He's a demon. Umar, you're a disgusting, evil, soulless entity roaming this earth. I wish you would get the hell off of our planet. Fuji said exactly, LLC. I never understand how he has followers after that. And they claim to love their kids so much. They don't love their kids at all. It's shingle stick. This is so crazy. Somebody look for her, Lady Luck. Oh wow. Look for the daughter. Glazed donut African. Y'all, Shit, it could be a family name, gang name. Salsa Youth. Salsa? Is it Salsa? That's interesting. Okay, I didn't think about that. Salsa Youth. Wow. Yeah, Umar is a hypocrite. He's a blithering hypocrite. Seth says it best. Cardell, what's going on? Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button and put a red heart in the chat when you do. Let's get back to it. We're getting back to it.
Alto real quick. We're going to get to the baby mama drama in 1 minute, but let me talk to my parents of Rialto, California real quick. We're going to get to the baby mama drama in 1 minute, but let me deal with the black parents of Rialto, California.
Hit the like button.
If y'all want to do something about this racism, we can do something about this brown racism. The first thing we're going to do is stop saying black and brown. The first thing we're going to do is stop saying black and brown. See, my Latino Africans already know that when I say African, they are included if they consider themselves African. See, my Latino Africans already know that when King Kong says African, that includes all Africans, whether you speak Spanish, whether you speak English, whether you speak Portuguese, whether you speak Zulu, whether you speak Akan, whether you speak Xhosa. When I say African, I'm talking about everybody. So my Latino Africans know they are family to me if they identify as black on a full.
Send me that video link, Black Anonymous, because I saw one of him filming college girls. I didn't know they were high school. They're not even 18. Umar's disgusting.
Time basis, but I'm talking about these racist brown people. I'm talking about these racist brown people. So we're going to stop saying black and brown, because ain't no brown people save our baby when she was being beat in that classroom. Here's my question for the Rialto, California black community.
Mama Smurf and Baby Smurf.
Here's my question for the Rialto, California black community. Do y'all want to fight against this brown racism that's collaborating with white racism, or do y'all want to keep on being scared and quiet? Rialto, this is the 60th anniversary of the Civil Rights Movement. This is the 60th anniversary of the Civil Rights Movement. This is the 60th anniversary of the Civil Rights Movement. Rialto Africans.
And he's about to sit here and dog out both baby mamas.
Organize you. I will come and help organize you. Rialto is less than an hour from Long Beach. Rialto is less than an hour from Long Beach. Rialto, California is less than an hour away from where we are today. So if you are serious, we can have a meeting tonight in Rialto. If you are serious, we can have a meeting tomorrow morning in Rialto. Will the real black parents please stand up? Will the real black parents please stand up?
That would not include Umar at all.
Of California, of Rialto, California, will you please stand up? Dr. Umar is here. King Kong is in Long Beach right now. So do y'all want to fight back against brown and white racism, or do we want to keep acting like a bunch of scared cowards? That's my question. Because if y'all want to organize, we can have a meeting tonight. Rialto, put up or shut up. If y'all want to organize, I can pull up on you tonight. If you want to organize, we can have a meeting.
You always want to pull up on someone. You don't get your ass whooped.
It was disgusting. It was disgraceful. Where was the teacher at? Where was the dean of students? Where was the classroom assistant? Where was the vice principal? Where was the principal? What are we going to do? What are we going to do? What are we going to do? I've been cut my hair, sister. You obviously don't follow the most relevant person in black consciousness.
You're not relevant.
I'm sorry, second most relevant person in black consciousness. General Ibrahim Traoré of Burkina Faso is the most relevant African in the world, and right behind him will be the King Kong of consciousness. I said Ibrahim Traoré is number one, and I'm number two. And now that I'm a proud citizen of the Republic of Ghana, founded by the Garvey.
Dear Ghana, would you like to reclaim your property? He is all yours. Do not send him back. Thank you, Lady Luck Club, on behalf of the United States of America.
Osajafo, Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, I suspect that me and General Traoré will be having a meeting at some time in the future. If we really want to Pan-Africanize the struggle, you cannot Pan-Africanize the struggle if you ain't dealing with the leader of the Africans of the diaspora. You can't be serious if you ain't dealing with King Kong, because I'm the leader of the Western Hemisphere Africans. I'm the leader of the children of the transatlantic slave trade. I said I am the leader of the children of the...
You are the leader of the transatlantic slave trade. Do you understand what you're saying, you dumb ass idiot? You're insinuating that you're the leader of basically a slave trade, which we know today as human trafficking. What the hell? How is that a good thing? Yeah, I have not seen this video, so we're here for it tonight. All right, I'm not gonna rush it, because this has got to be the craziest shit I've ever heard. How are you the leader of a transatlantic slave trade? So you're helping to transfer children as slaves? A slave trade? What the?
Transatlantic slave trade, but I digress. If you live in Ghana and you need to reach me, you have your own email, drumarghana@yahoo.com. If you don't live in Ghana, if you are not a citizen of Ghana, you cannot use that email address. I said for my fellow.
If you're in Ghana, please do not let your children near him. He's going to put them in a slave trade.
Citizens of the Great Republic of Ghana, if you need to reach me directly, that email address is drumarghana@yahoo.com. Again, that is drumarghana@yahoo.com.
Holy my God. Everybody, I gotta go back.
Hold on. Dr. Umar Ghana@yahoo.com. Person
slave
of Black
trade.
Consciousness. Ghana, founded by the Garveyite, Osagyefo, Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. I suspect that me and General Traore will be having a meeting at some time in the future. If we really want to Pan-Africanize the struggle, you cannot Pan-Africanize the struggle if you ain't dealing with the leader of the Africans of the diaspora. You can't be serious if you ain't dealing.
Yeah, he just monetizes it.
Leader of the Western Hemisphere Africans. I'm the leader of the children of the transatlantic slave trade. I said I am the leader.
See this? He is the leader of the transatlantic slave trade. This is going to be the title. That's going to be on the thumbnail. I'm changing the thumbnail. Umar is the leader of the transatlantic slave trade. That's what he said.
Of the children of the transatlantic slave trade, but I digress. If you live in Ghana and you need to reach me, you have your own email, drumarghana@yahoo.com. If you don't live in Ghana, if you are not a citizen of Ghana, you cannot use that email address. I said for my fellow citizens of the Great Republic of Ghana, if you need to reach me directly, that email address is drumarghana@yahoo.com. Again, that is drumarghana@yahoo.com. Everybody else, you will use drumar Johnson@yahoo.com. Cell number, text me. I do not answer the phone. +1 215 989 9858.
He does not answer the phone.
+1 215 989 9858. Rialto, I'm offering my services because unlike these YouTubian struggle streamers, unlike
coming from the leader of the children of the transatlantic slave trade, Umar, you need to probably answer your phone because the CIA will have many, many questions. Department of Homeland Security, they're going to have a lot of questions. The leader of the transatlantic slave trade, children in particular.
These YouTubian struggle
That's
streamers.
the last thing he should be calling
Unlike
someone.
These YouTubian struggle streamers. If you have a question, you can text my phone, 215-989-9858. But unlike these YouTubian struggle streamers, I only get on social media when I have something important to say or something important to teach.
You can't make this up. Slave
I am
trade.
not a gossip content creator. I am a scholar. I am not a celebrity. I am not a comedian. I'm not a rapper. I'm not an actor. I'm not a dancer. I am a scholar.
You're an idiot, and you're the leader of the transatlantic slave trade. As you stated out of your own mouth. How's that slave trade going for you, Umar? How's that going?
Warrior Pan-Africanist.
Holy
Stop playing
crap.
with my name. Long Beach campus of California State University. Are you ready? Where my Cal State University students at? Where my California State University students at? Are you in the building right now? California State University, Long Beach, are you ready for King Kong today? Are you ready for the keynote of the century today? Oh, it's going down. Oh, it's going down. Where we having dinner at tonight? Because after I bust down the microphone,
idiot.
you know I have to eat.
Phone all over the place.
Where should I break bread tonight? Where my black-owned Los Angeles restaurants at? Where my black-owned Long Beach, California restaurants at? Where we eat?
Umar, no one should feed his ass for free. Why are you doing that? Don't give him celebrity status when he's not working anywhere. He doesn't have a job. FDMG is not a place. It's a people, apparently. So he's not making money from that either. And he's sitting here talking about he's the leader of a slave trade. And you've got people wanting to put their children in some place he claims it's going to be a school. You can't make this up. Is the leader of Ghana ever going to watch this video? Because I would be concerned. Someone should notify the president of Ghana and say this idiot has proclaimed to be the leader of the children of the transatlantic slave trade. and a proud resident of Ghana. What the hell?
Tonight after the lecture. Where we having lunch at today? Where we having lunch at today? Long Beach. Where we breaking dinner at tonight? California. Brothers and sisters, I am calling out Rialto, California's black community. I am calling out Rialto, California's black community. Do y'all want to organize, or are we going to keep being scared? We already scared of white people, now we scared of brown people. Make it make sense. We've already been scared of white people, now we scared of brown people. Make it make sense. We've already been scared of white people, now we scared of brown people. Make it make sense. Brothers and sisters, can I ask you a question? Should I take the LSAT next month? I ain't been in the college classroom in over 10 years. Should I take the LSAT next month?
What an idiot.
I think law school is calling me, brothers and sisters.
No, it's not.
I think law school is calling me, brothers and sisters. I think we need an international attorney for the Pan-African struggle. I think we need an international attorney. Do I take the LSAT? Do I take the racist LSAT next year, brothers and sisters?
You will fail.
Do I take the LSAT? Do I got to go back into the classroom? Are 6 degrees not enough? Are my 6 degrees not enough?
He doesn't know one law.
Are my 6 degrees not enough? No disrespect, my brother, but you got to pay me for an interview. I have credentials. I'm a struggle streamer. You want to interview with this scholar orator? You want to interview with the only black man to be invited to speak on every continent in the world at least 3 times?
If you want an interview with the leader of the children of the transatlantic slave trade, good luck to you. But if you do get an interview with him, please make sure the FBI is listening, because this is unbelievable. Has no one else caught that but me? I mean, honestly, if you're that bold to say that you're the leader of a transatlantic slave trade, you should be under investigation. You can't make this up. Well, what? And now I'm wondering, those, animal parts, those little animal parts that was in that Ziploc bag that Marianne Lorient was talking about, are they really from an animal? Umar, are you carrying around intestines of a human child in that Ziploc bag? Why are you claiming to be the leader of a slave? You know what?
You want to interview the only black man probably in history. Probably in history.
You will fail set, you
to be
idiot.
Invited to speak on every continent 3 times. If you want to invite me, you pay me. You don't get me for free. I don't do free. Free is out.
You can't make this up.
Ain't no free. We got a revolution to finance. We got a revolution to finance. We got a revolution to finance. Rialto, all I can do is extend a hand to help.
Oh my God.
But if y'all okay with black girls being beat up by brown boys in your classrooms, there's nothing I can do about it. And for the princess who was attacked, I want to go live with you on my Instagram so you can tell your story. So if anybody knows the little African princess who was attacked by that brown Neanderthal, if anybody knows that princess, our beautiful African sister on that video who was attacked in that classroom by that brown Neanderthal youth, please have her text me so we can go live. I want her to tell her story. I want her to tell her story.
Nordic
I want her to tell her story on my Instagram live. Tell her to text me 215-989-9858. Tell her parents to text me 215-989-9858.
It's just as bad. Leader of the children of transatlantic slave trade. It's bad. It's
not
bad.
Brown Neanderthals, not yellow Neanderthals, but pale Neanderthals. Because everyone except the African has Neanderthal DNA.
He's not clarifying anything. Oh my God, it's
according
still bad.
to your scientists, according to your scientists, Long Beach, California, I am in the building. According to your scientists, every group of so-called human beings on the planet have Neanderthal DNA except Africans. Don't kill the messenger. Don't get mad at me. Everybody has
Let's not pretend like Umar is not an upright walking ape. I mean, you take the Neanderthal for all of us. You're not even trying to relate yourself to a Neanderthal. You are an ape. I don't know if that's better. Oh, the transatlantic slave trade.
Neanderthal DNA except the African.
This is so crazy.
So like I said, if anybody knows the little African who was assaulted by the brown Neanderthal, please have her text me so we can go live and tell the truth. I'm excited to be in Long Beach. I want to thank the students of California State University Long Beach for thinking enough of me to invite me for a 3rd time. I want to thank the students of Long Beach campus of the California State University for thinking enough of me to invite me to your Black Consciousness Conference 3 times. The first time, I broke a record. The first time I spoke at Cal State Long Beach's Black Consciousness Conference, we broke a record. It was the most attended Black Consciousness Conference in the 35-year history of Cal State Long Beach. I believe it's been 35 years. If I'm not mistaken, please correct me. But I was told in 2015,
Dr. Umar, you brought us the largest crowd we have ever had. It reminds me of St. Martin in the Caribbean. It reminds me of St. Martin in the Caribbean. Because when I spoke at the Black History program at St. Martin in the Caribbean, they told me that was the largest Black History program they ever had in over 35 years. So I break records for a living. I don't make YouTube videos for a living. I break records for a living. I don't make YouTube videos for a living.
Umar, if you made YouTube videos for a living, you would actually have a job that would qualify you to be self-employed. So you mocking the very thing that would be the only indication of you working is absolutely hysterical to me. But you rather proclaim to be the leader of the children of the transatlantic slave trade. You understand human trafficking is still going on in the year of our Lord 2025, Umar. You're an idiot.
I break records for a living. I don't make YouTube videos for a living. But let me shout out my Florida A&M Africans. We're my HBCU Florida A&M Africans. We're my HBCU Florida Tallahassee Florida A&M University Africans. I'm pulling up on you for part 2. I said the last weekend of March, I will be pulling up at Florida A&M University HBCU FAMU in Tallahassee for the Black Psychology Conference. Are you ready, Tallahassee? Tallahassee, Florida, are you ready? I got a couple podcast interviews. Don't worry, Joe Button Part 2 is coming, family. Don't worry, Joe Button is waiting on a date from King Kong Consciousness. Joe
Button, are you really waiting on a date with Umar? Because he's an ape and all. Oh, and he's the leader of the children of the transatlantic slave trade. Are you waiting on a date with somebody like this? Mind you now, he's saying all of this bull, and he's about to dog out his baby mothers.
Button is waiting on a date from King Kong Consciousness for Joe Button Part 2. Don't worry, it's about to pop off. Don't worry, it's about to pop off.
You can't make this up.
Don't worry, it's about to pop off. HBCU FAMU, the last weekend of March. Pull-up season. Pull-up season. Pull-up season. So let me say this about the baby mama drama.
Here we go.
There is a silver lining in this Mama Smurf, Baby Smurf scandal.
There's a little piece of silver lining in this Mama Smurf, Baby Smurf scandal. And the little piece of silver lining, Amsterdam Africans send the invite. And that little piece of silver lining in the Mama Smurf, Baby Smurf dishonesty tour, dishonesty and revenge tour, the Mama Smurf, Baby Smurf dishonesty and revenge tour, the only silver lining about it is y'all making me go after my baby girl 50 times harder. Y'all making me go after my baby girl 50 times harder. So I done already sent the message to baby mama number 2, Miss Vegan. Baby mama number 2, Miss Vegan. Baby mama number 2, Miss Vegan. You have 2 weeks to produce my child, who you've been keeping from me while I've been paying child support. Just like baby mom number 1, it's deja vu. It's deja vu. Collecting my child support, denying me my child. Collecting my child support, denying me my child. Collecting my child support, denying me my child. So baby mama number 2, we talking to Miss Vegan right now. We ain't talking about Mama Smurf. She old news. She old crusty news. We talking about Mrs. Vegan right now. We ain't talking about Mama Smurf. That's old crusty news. We talking about Mrs. Vegan, baby mama number 2. You have until the eclipse of March 29th. You have until my Florida A&M University Black Psychology Conference return to produce my baby. If I do not meet and see my child by Saturday, March 29th, Mrs. Vegan, I will be going live, and I'm going to tell the whole world information you don't want them to know. And Mrs. Vegan, I don't want to put your business in the streets. You are the mother of my beautiful African princess. You are the mother of my beautiful African princess.
You got to be kidding me.
And I respect you, Miss Vegan.
Let me tell you something right now. First of all, Umar, you dumbass. The law requires that you provide financial support for your children. The fact that someone had to take your dumbass to court to get child support is astounding to me. 1, 2, How are you paying child support again when you don't have a job? 3, you paying child support is not predicated or determined on whether or not you see your kids. That means that regardless of the parenting time and visitation, you're still required by law to pay child support. So this is why you would fail in LSAT, because you don't understand basic laws regarding child support. I don't expect you to know anything beyond that. I don't know if he knows any laws. He has not shown that he is competent when it comes to any laws, defamation laws, child support laws, family law. He has no education in any part of the legal spectrum, especially to the extent where he could go and take the LSAT and pass it. Do you know what a pleading is, Umar? Because last time we read you trying to file a lawsuit against Land and Honor, it looked like something that a 10-year-old could prepare. You don't even know how to fill out a petition or a complaint. And this idiot wants to go and take an LSAT, but refuses to just simply Google laws regarding child support. That's the part that you know, people follow this bullshit now. The Umar Tardians defend this. He has not expressed that he has any understanding of any law whatsoever. And you think that because you haven't seen the child for whatever reason, one or another, more than likely because he doesn't really want to see him, he's talking about trying to meet up with people and get fed. He spent 30-some plus minutes, almost 30 minutes, talking about who's going to feed me and being the leader of the children of the transatlantic slave trade. But yet, he's just not talking about his daughter, and the only reason why is because the baby mama said something. This is pathetic on steroids. And he's the one sitting here calling us struggle streamers while he still can't say where he is employed. Because despite you putting it on the taxes, on those tax forms that you're some executive director of FDMG, FDMG is not a place, it's a people. You clearly have not opened a school, and you have no way to show consistent revenue coming into the school to even pay yourself, you moron. You're taking donation dollars and doing what you want to do with it. And you're not even producing evidence that you're painting or getting black mold clean and removed from the buildings. This is absolutely mind-boggling to me. Y'all, this is my first time watching and reacting, and I'm on it tonight.
Respect you, but you are not going to deny me my child anymore. We have a child support hearing coming up because you want more money. We have a child support hearing coming up because you want more money. We have a child support hearing
then
coming
you go
up
to court
you
and ask for more parenting time, you idiot.
No problem. I will be at the child support hearing. But we're not talking about child support right now. We're talking about a relationship between the prince and the princess. We're talking about a relationship between Queen Kong and King Kong. I better see my baby in the next 2 weeks. You better text me, date, time, place. And once I see my child, you and I will schedule uninterrupted visits. Not in your house. We're not doing grandmama couch no more. I'm taking my daughter out with me, and she's going to spend quality time with me. She's going to go on the road with me. She's going to Africa with me. She's going to London with me. She's going to Jamaica with me. We're going to create a custody agreement.
Umar, you have supervised visitation. That would be court ordered, and you are not above the rule of law, you idiot. Umar doesn't want the supervised visitation. Supervised visitation is court ordered. Yep, as you know, at Lady Luck Club. So there has to be a reason for the business to be supervised. Exactly. He can't override it. So for him to say that him and the mother is going to work out a deal outside of court would actually violate the order itself as well. Because you cannot change the court order. You're not a judge, Umar. You're not a nobody. You're a nobody, Umar. You're no one special at all. I don't know if you haven't been reminded of this by me, but just in case if I haven't said it this week to you, Umar, you are a nobody. You're a wannabe cult leader that's unemployed with no school, taking donation money and then having to settle with Marianne Lorient because you tried to, invoke yourself upon her film, made a wreck of it, and now you want to silence her. And here he is sitting here trying to make a demand outside of a court order as if the judge would allow him to do this. Umar, you're an idiot. You would never pass an LSAT either.
Side of the white man. Oh, yes. Black self-determination.
Can't believe this.
We're going to get back to Garveyism starting today. We're going to get back to Garveyism starting today. And all I'm going to say, you got 2 weeks. Well, I'm going to go live and I'm going to tell some things that I know you don't want me to tell. Put me in touch with my daughter. Let's stop the nonsense. Since you had time to reach out to Mama Smurf and Baby Smurf, since you have time to go find
Mama
Smurf and Baby Smurf, Baby Smurf said that you said, Baby Smurf said that Miss Vegan found her mother to ask her if we were still in a relationship. Miss Vegan, is that true? Mrs. Vegan, according to my eldest child, Mrs. Vegan, according to my eldest child, you reached out to Mama Smurf to find out if I was still dating Mama Smurf. Listen, I didn't want to marry Mama Smurf when she had my child. I didn't want to marry Mama Smurf after she had my child. And I damn sure don't want Mama Smurf now. So you don't need to be asking Mama Smurf if we...
Yeah, because he doesn't care about the women. He just wants to have sex with them. Never mind if he leaves the seed in them. I mean, why you didn't use a condom, I don't understand. Why not have protected sex? Like, what in the hell is wrong with him? He's like a 15-year-old kid in a 51-year-old body stuffed with little Debbie snack cakes. You don't have to have a relationship with her at this point. I don't think she would want one with you either. But you do not get to override the court order. If it's supervised visitation and they said you must pay child support, yeah, go ahead and violate the court order if you want to, Umar. Jail will be awaiting for you. You idiot.
In a relationship. Idiot. Absolutely not. Any woman that will deny a man his child has no right to be a wife to anyone. I'm going to say it again. Any woman who denies a man a right to see his child has no business being anybody's wife. Yep. Black men, it's time to unite. Guess what I'm about to do for all of you?
Where my alpha males at? Where my black men? I need some fist now. Let me talk to the alpha male people. Where my unapologetically African anti-snow bunny alpha males? Black men, this whole Mama Smurf, Baby Smurf, lies and revenge tour has inspired me to start a black man family court movement. Who with me? Who is getting sick and tired of being...
Judges will laugh you out of their courtroom. They will have all of you summoned to appear before them because what you're trying to do is override a court order, you dumbass idiot. Whatever the judge has ordered, the only thing you can do is go back to court and challenge it. You don't start a movement, you go to court. Yes, there are going to be corrupt judges, but there are laws in place and ways to handle and address those corrupt judges too. But there is a reason why you have supervised visitation, Umar, because you're walking around filming high school girls and putting those videos on YouTube like an idiot on a social media platform. Face it, Umar, you are a struggle streamer.
And alienated from your children? What black men are sick and tired of paying child support and can't see your child? Where you at, black men? Where you at? I'm talking to black men all around the diaspora. I'm talking to black men all around. Where my black men at? Give me some black fists, African men. Give me some black fists. If you tired of family court, you tired of custody court, you tired of child support court, I'm going to start a movement. Oh, y'all done woke up a sleeping giant now. Y'all done woke up. I'm starting a black...
Yeah, he only cares when he's affected by it because otherwise he hasn't said anything. He has a child he doesn't even want to claim. And let me be clear with this, with my stance on this, because I have been through custody matters where I was a defendant. I believe that you should try to, have, co-parent, have a parent's plan. You should do all these things amongst the parents. You should not have to go to court. But the only thing I could do is just go to court and fight it. Not sit here and start a movement about it. Because all it does is send a threat and message to the court. There are some people who need to go to court to get things resolved. Yes, you have parents, both men and women, that just do things to be trifling and to be vengeful and to be petty. But when there are true issues that are being brought forth to the court, you're talking about dismissing and overriding the court because you just don't like it. But he has not said one time why a judge ordered him to supervise visitations. You know, what are those court documents? I'm not gonna share because it's custody matter. I really would just like to read to see what the hell warranted this judge to say your visitations with your child, with your daughter, should be supervised.
Man, anti-family court movement, we are sick and tired of being taken advantage of. We are sick and tired of family court taking our money and not guaranteeing us a right to see our children. Do y'all know how many custody agreements I had with Mama Smurf? Me and Mama Smurf had about 4 or 5 custody agreements. Me and Mama Smurf had about 4 or 5 custody agreements, and she violated every one, and family court did nothing. Yes, I filed contempt of court. I told you I got all my paperwork.
You need evidence. Evidence, you idiot. The court has to find her in contempt. This is why you would fail in LSAT. Umar, you would fail, miserably fail in LSAT. You have to have evidence to show that there is willful, intentional violation of an order. And the judge has to be the one to determine if the parent is in contempt. That is a ruling from the judge. You can't just say she was in contempt of an order. You don't have the authority to do that. A judge decides that in a court hearing. This is why he will fail the LSAT. You can file whatever you want. At some point, the court is going to get sick of you filing all this stuff that has no merit and you have no evidence. And yet, you still have yet to express why a judge ordered you to supervise visitation. Umar, why do you have supervised visitation of your child? Why are they supervised? You care to share that part? Why are they supervised?
I got all my paperwork. Yes, I filed contempt of court. And what did the court system do to Mama Smurf? Nothing at all.
Oh, God.
The court system did nothing at all when Mama Smurf failed to produce my child. So we're not going for it. Black men, get ready. Black men all over the world. This is a Pan-African movement.
Yeah,
I'm starting a black man anti-family court movement. We step into all elected officials. If you are a mayor, if you are a city council person, if you are a state rep, if you are a state senator, and if you don't stand with black men against the
if you are a legislative elected official, you have no bearing on the judicial branch of government. So they would not be able to predicate or dictate or determine what happens in the court of law. Yeah. They don't get to dictate, how a judge proceeds over a case concerning child support and custody and parenting time. What the fuck is he talking about? Perhaps if you weren't, sitting here trying to hide the fact that the court, for some legitimate reason, determined that you should have supervised visitation, it wouldn't be so bad. And you would be able to fight better in court. If you knew the law, Umar, because willful ignorance is not a legal defense. If you knew the law, you would be able to defend yourself. I had to fight against a biased judge who has now been, we bless God for it, voted to be removed from the bench by the JQC. Hallelujah. But she was biased and did inappropriate and basically willful misconduct, abuse of power for over 4 years. And the entire JQC hearing panel has voted unanimously to have her removed from the bench. See, there's a difference. When you're fighting a corrupt judge and then she ends up being removed from the bench versus this idiot talking about he's filing contempt papers against somebody when he doesn't want to pay child support and doesn't even want to say why he's been ordered to supervise visitation.
Family court exploitation and domination, we will vote you out of office. That's right. We're going to start with Congressional Black Caucus.
How about voting
We're going to start with Congressional Black Caucus. We're going to start with Congressional. We're going to D.C. Black men, are you ready to march on D.C.? We want a meeting with the Congressional Black Caucus. They not doing nothing anyway. They not doing nothing for black people anyway.
Some of these judges are elected. How about vote out the judge, you idiot? Vote out the judge. If this judge is elected, more than likely they are, especially if they're a county level judge, they're elected. Just vote out the damn judge, you moron.
They not doing nothing for black people anyway. We're going to go to Congressional Black Caucus and we're going to tell them that they're going to create a bill for black men. First of all, no child support if he don't see his child. Oh, we changing the rules.
No.
You don't get no money if he can't see his child.
Nope.
Period. You don't
That's
get
state law. You dumber. I almost said it. You dumbass. That is state law. You don't override that. No. Nope. That would apply to men and women. You got moms out there paying child support. Get the fuck out of here. No, you don't get to change laws because you don't like it. There needs to be some sort of legal finding that's overwhelming that would benefit the entire public, not just you. Pay the child support. How about get a job? Start with getting a job, Umar. This is why he's having a problem paying child support, people. He's unemployed. He is unemployed. Do you not think that he's using donation money to pay child support so he can stay out of jail? He's unemployed. He doesn't have a W-2 or documented job. He's not getting money from his speaking engagements or his books or t-shirts, candy bars, or bottled water, flags, or whatever else he's trying to sell. He's not making that type of money like that. So, of course, he's using donation money to pay child support because he's a coward that doesn't want to go to jail. I mean, why should he even have to go to that point? You're talking about changing state legislation on a topic. You still have not expressed why a judge ordered you to supervise visitation. The fact that you've been in arrears, they've had to chase you down.
No money here, if he can't see his child. I'm going to say it again. No more money for deadbeat moms. That's right. We keep talking about deadbeat daddies. When are we going to talk about deadbeat moms who keep the kids from the daddy? We keep talking about deadbeat daddies. When are we going to talk about deadbeat moms who keep the children from the daddies? Oh, yes. Get your boots on, black men. We marching. We are marching against the Department of Health and Human Services. We marching on Congressional Black Caucus. Enough is enough. Y'all can thank Mama Smurf and Baby Smurf to the foot. Mama Smurf and Baby Smurf, I want to say thank you. Thank you for waking up a giant. Thank you for giving me the idea that it's time to organize black men against this disgusting family court system, this unjust family court system. We marching in Philly. We marching in Jersey. We marching in Georgia. We marching in D.C. We marching against family court in Baltimore. We marching in Fort Lauderdale. We marching in Miami. We marching in Savannah, Georgia, Augusta, Georgia. We marching in Brooklyn. We marching in the Bronx. We marching in Staten Island. We marching in Manhattan. We marching in Chicago, Detroit, St. Louis, Nashville, Knoxville. We are marching against the injustice of family court. We don't have a problem paying child support. I never had a problem paying child support. When I went to my first child support hearing for my oldest daughter, my oldest child, Baby Smurf, was only 3 months old or younger when her mother took me to child support. 3 months old or younger. And the child support agent told her mother that he did not want to do the order. God is my witness. God, Olodumare, Yame, Chukwu, Amen Ra is my witness. Olofi is my witness. That when I got dragged into child support, when my baby was still an infant, still on milk, her mother didn't want to breastfeed her as a protest against me.
So what? She didn't have to breastfeed? What's wrong with you? So you thought, well, you know, breastfeeding is a cheaper way to feed her. What if she couldn't breastfeed? What makes you think that would have been easy for her to do? Yo, we're talking about somebody with man titties here. Umar, why didn't you pump your titties and see what came out of it? Just for fun. You know, you go ahead and try to milk your titties and see what happens. You know, good luck to all those, the pain and soreness and the lumps you're going to get. Good luck to all of that. You just get a warm cloth, put it over your breast, and you know, just suck it up and keep pumping. And maybe something will come out. Maybe something will come out.
Baby Smurf, did your mama tell you she didn't breastfeed you because I wanted her to? She put you on white man's milk. Hey, Baby Smurf, go ask Mama Smurf why you wasn't breastfed. Baby Smurf, can you please ask Mama Smurf why you wasn't breastfed? Your mother refused to breastfeed.
Oh my God. More titties than the average woman. Why don't you breastfeed, Umar? You fucking idiot.
Feed you because I wanted her to. She put you on white man's milk. Oh, don't let me get started. Don't let me. I got some stories for that ass. I got some stories, but let me not digress. When we went into the child support hearing, When we went into the child support agent said, this child is barely 3 months old. This child don't need nothing at 3 months.
What?
You still on maternity leave. Why do you want a child support order at 3 months? God is my witness. Philadelphia Family Court. Where all my Philadelphia black men paying child support? Make some noise. Where all my Philadelphia black men paying child support who can't see your child? Where all the black men who are paying child support and can't see your child? Make some noise right now. I want all black men in America, South Africa, in London, France, Belgium.
So formula is white man's milk? What the heck? You can't. I can't even explain this right now. Like I'm trying to digest. He's saying that formula you buy out of a store is white man's milk. First of all, it's not just feeding her. Child support takes care of the expenses to take care of the child. That could include rent, utilities, clothes for her, doctor's appointments, immunizations, if she had to go to daycare. Like, what the hell is he talking about? And whomever said that at the Department of Child and Human Services over there in Philly, they should have been fired, because that is not what the law states. It doesn't matter what they say. What does the law say? This is why he would have failed the LSATs. He's an idiot.
If you pay child support and can't see your child in Canada, Toronto, Montreal, if you pay child support and can't see your child, make some noise right now. Make some noise right now. And so he said, I don't even want to do the child support order. And you know what I told that man?
3-month-old.
I said, sir, with all due respect, we are not here because I don't want to take care of my child. We are not here because I don't want to take care of my child. That's not why we're here, sir. Do you know I went to every maternity appointment? I went to every prenatal.
You're supposed to go.
How many baby fathers go to every single prenatal? I didn't miss one of them in 10 months.
Many. My ex-husband, he and I had kids together. I don't know if he got outside kids, but my 2 boys are by my ex-husband. He came to many of the doctor's appointments. He was there in the ORs when I gave birth. Had to have C-sections. He took off paternity time when I had my kids. Many do. Some of the appointments he took the kids to when they got a little older. What is he talking about?
Months. I didn't miss one of them in 10 months.
He's the only deadbeat. Umar, just because you want to be a deadbeat doesn't mean all men are deadbeats. What the hell?
About that, I was there even when she didn't want me there. Let me say that again. I didn't miss a single prenatal visit for my eldest daughter.
You can't make this
If we talking facts, can we talk facts? I bought all of Mama Smurf's maternity clothes. Didn't I, Mama Smurf? Everything you needed, did I not get it for you? Everything you needed, did I not get it for you? Everything I needed, did I not buy all your maternity? Did I not pay anything your insurance wouldn't pay? Did I not go to all the pediatrician appointments? Mama Smurf, can we tell the truth?
That's what you're supposed to do. What are you talking about? There's some of these things he didn't have to do, but he did it because this woman was having his baby. But what does that have to do? You paying child support. That should be your priority. There are a lot of good men out there who are great fathers. Umar is an absolute deadbeat. He's saying all of that to bitch about some damn child support he was court ordered to pay. You got men out there that don't need to be dragged to court. They co-parent. They're there for the kids. They spend time with them. They help take care of them. There are a lot of good men out there who are great fathers. Umar is not one of them. He's just not. And great fathers are great fathers consistently, not when they want to complain about a judge telling them you got to pay child support whether you like it or not. Going to DHS doesn't override a court order either. So whatever that agent, whoever the person told him that, if they said that, because Umar lies like hell. But if it's true, someone at DHS said there are defects or whatever they call it in Philly. Said something about a 3-month-old not needing a child support order. That's irrelevant because the judge put one in place. So if he didn't want to help take care of the kid because he doesn't have a job or anything, then yeah, you're going to be put on a court order to make sure that at the very least, if you don't pay that child support, your license gets suspended, they lock your ass up and everything else in between. But you got a lot of good men and good fathers out there that I applaud. My ex-husband and I, we weren't meant to be together being married, but he's a good dad to our boys. My father was a good father, a fantastic father. My godfather is a good father figure to me. There are a lot of great men out there that are great fathers that are there, and they don't have to have a judge in a court of law to tell them how to be daddy. Umar seems to be the only idiot right now where someone has to tell his grown ass how to be daddy. Fuck out of here, man.
Mama Smurf, Mama Smurf, did I not go to every Lamaze class? Yes, black sisters. I love black women. I was there for mines. I love black women. I was there. Guess what, sisters? I went to every Lamaze class. I went to every Lamaze class. And we got on the ground and I rubbed her stomach and they taught me how to relax her hips. So when it's time to have the baby, you can help her have your child. And we was in a room full of white women at Chestnut Hill Hospital. I said we was in a room full of white women at Chestnut Hill Hospital. Oh, my memory coming back. My memory is coming back, baby.
He's so racist. It's Lamaze class. What? This is about helping her give birth to a child. Not whether or not it was more white people than black people in there. Get out of here, Umar. What a racist.
My memory's coming back. We was on the floor at Chestnut Hill Hospital. We was the only black family. Because she was bougie. We was the only black family. Both baby mamas bougie. We was the only black family in the Lamaze class. And we got on the floor with the snow bunnies. And I rubbed her stomach and I held her and I did everything. And I stretched her legs and stretched her arms and I stretched her back. Mama Smurf. Am I lying, Mama Smurf? Mama Smurf, did I not go to every Lamaze class with you, Mama Smurf? Mama Smurf, did I ever miss a single prenatal appointment, Mama Smurf? Didn't we go to lunch after every prenatal, Mama Smurf? Now, Mama Smurf, I'm going to drop a bomb on you, Mama Smurf. And I'm going to drop a bomb on Ms. Vegan. I'm talking to baby mama number 1, Mama Smurf, and I'm talking to baby mama number 2, Mrs. Vegan. I'm talking to baby mama number 1, Mama Smurf, and I'm talking to baby mama number 2, Mrs. Vegan. I'm talking to baby mama number 1, Mama Smurf, and I'm talking to baby mama number 2, Mrs. Vegan.
I said if I were the mothers, I would have gotten a gag order on him. He would have had to get gagged. He would have got a gag order. Because this is crazy. This is crazy. What he's doing could end up being detrimental and traumatizing to the child. At some point, these kids are going to see these videos. That's something parents have to learn the hard way, especially when you're going through custody battles. They're not always pretty. But I would have gotten a gag order on his ass. I'm telling you that right now. There's no way. I would have had to have him gagged. Because you're not going to sit here and attack me and attack my child and not think that this is not going to show up in the court of law. You're going to traumatize our child. You're out here doxing me. You're sitting here saying all these things that affect me and her. I would have gotten a gag order on him. I would have got a gag order on him. That's it. And then would have taken this video to court and said, Your Honor, this is how he talks about me and my child. Because he's been ordered to pay child support. Gag his ass. That's it. Gag order. Done. You can't make this up.
I'm going to give y'all real rap right now. This is from my heart.
For all my supporters around the universe right now, from Africa to Alabama, from Jamaica to Jersey.
Yep.
If either one of my children's mothers,
man, you can't make this up,
would have respected me as the father of their child,
what?
And not try to make me marry them just because they were pregnant. I'm giving y'all the truth right now. This is real Ifatunde from the gut.
They wouldn't want to marry your dumb ass. You're unemployed.
Would have respected me as the father of their child, instead of trying to force me to marry them just because. I would have married them just because. Did y'all hear what I said?
What?
I'm gonna say it again. I would have did it for my daughters. I would have been miserable. We would probably be divorced by now, but I would have did it for my daughters. The problem was they couldn't even show respect. They couldn't even show respect during the pregnancy. They couldn't even show respect during the first year. I'm going to hold my comments on Mrs. Vegan because I might have to expose her on social media March 29th. I'm going to hold my comments about baby.
Yeah, and then he would have definitely been hit with a cease and desist order in court. This is one of the reasons why he probably has supervised visitation. Because of stuff like this. You're doxing the mother. That means you're putting the child in danger. Because your Umar Tardians pull up on people and show up at people's houses. They threaten people's lives. They threaten to sexually assault people. So yeah, I would have had a gag order on him. And you wouldn't have seen the child at all then. And you still would have had to pay child support. And don't pay it if you don't want to. Your ass go to jail. Done and done.
Mama number 2, because I might have to expose her if she don't put me in contact with my daughter in the next 2 weeks. So I'm not going to say too much on her.
This is crazy.
Because she's getting her own live stream. She's going to get her own live stream. But when baby mama number 1 told me
he is a cult
before
leader.
she gave birth to my baby, when baby mama number 1 told me before she gave birth to my baby that you will be with both of us or neither one of us, who you talking to? Who are you talking to?
I don't think she said
I
that.
beg your pardon? I beg your pardon? I beg. Who are you? That woman told
I don't
me
think she said that.
you will be with both of us or neither one of us. And then right before she gives birth, she tells me, your daughter is not going to have your last name. Your daughter is not going to have your last name. I said, what are we talking about this for? We already decided our daughter will have my last name. What is the problem at this late date? You're about to give birth in less than a month or two. Why are you now deciding that my daughter is not going to have? She says, because my mama told me, Grandma Smurf. She says, because my mama told me, Grandma Smurf. She said, because my mama told me, Grandma Smurf, that I didn't get my father last name until he married my mama. I didn't get my father last name until he married my mama. I didn't get my father last name until he married my mama. God is my witness. What I got to lie for? My ancestors is in Long Beach, California with the prince. What I got to lie for? I swear to Ogun, where the Ogun iron at? Where my Nigerian Africans at? Get the Ogun iron. I will swear to Ogun, my Orisha father, that he said that to me. I ain't got to lie to y'all. Who is y'all for me to be lying to? I ain't no pastor or politician. I don't care about no public opinion. This is Ogun Tade. Na payia na. She said, my mother told me I didn't get my father's last name until he married her. That's what she told me. I didn't get my father's last name until he married her. So you know what I did? I called up Grandma Smurf. All due respect to her because I do not disrespect elders. I called Grandma Smurf. All due respect to her because I don't disrespect elders. I'll call Grandma Smurf. I hope all is well with Grandma Smurf. And I said, Grandma Smurf, your daughter just told me that you told her that she should not give my daughter my last name unless I marry her. She said, yeah, Umar, that is right. Because in this family, when we get pregnant, we get married. She said, yeah, Umar, that's right. Because in this family, when we get pregnant, we get married. She said, yeah, Umar, that's right. Because in this family, when we get pregnant, we get married. And I said, Grandma Smurf, I'll never forget it. I said, Grandma Smurf. And I might be blending conversations here because, you know, they all took place right after each other. So they might be blended, but it's all the truth, okay? And I told Grandma Smurf, I said, listen, I care about your daughter. Your daughter and I met in college at Millersville University. Your daughter and I met at college at Millersville University. Your daughter and I met in college at Millersville University. She dated while I was the assistant
residence hall director, school psychologist graduate student, Engage Hall at Millersville University. Your daughter and I lived on the same floor in the same dorm. Your daughter and I lived on the same floor in the same dorm. I was the graduate assistant.
Yeah, he said he might be merging the conversations together. That's a good chance that he's lying like hell. You just told on yourself, you idiot.
And she was the fine-ass undergrad at that time, and, you know, human nature took its course. We're my Millersville University alumni. Human nature took its course. We're my Millersville University alumni. Human nature took its course. And I said, I care about your daughter. I do.
No,
She's the mother of my child. And I told Grandma Smurf I would like nothing more than to marry the mother of my child. Did I not tell you that, Grandma Smurf, at your kitchen table? You was making Thanksgiving. I think you was cooking your Thanksgiving dinner, Grandma Smurf. You was cooking your Thanksgiving dinner. And you talked to me that you told me I need to marry your daughter, to respect her and make her honorable. And I told Grandma Smurf, I respect your daughter. I care about your daughter. I would like to marry your daughter maybe, but I can't do it just because she having my child. I'm not going to do that. I said I want to continue to.
And yet he has never gotten married. I mean, who's going to put up with someone that demands that they exist as if they're a walking, V-card, a walking womb. Let me put it like that. A walking womb to prepare his meals while he still does not get a job and work and take care of the family or pay bills, because he doesn't pay bills at this FDMG. That's not a place, it's a people.
Date your daughter.
You get paid a water
bill. Get to know your daughter. Yeah, we dated in college on and off for a year or two, but that was it. I graduated and came home. She was still up there for another year. I graduated and came home. She was still at Millersville for another year. I graduated and came home. She was still at Millersville for another year. And I'm sure she wasn't meditating that whole time that I was away from her. I'm sure she wasn't sitting with her hands tucked between her legs that whole year that I was in Philadelphia completing my school psychologist internship with the school district of Philadelphia.
Hey, get a clue.
I'm sure she just wasn't sitting up there waiting to come home to me. She's at college, and we know what happens at college. Let's cut the cap. So I told Mama Smurf, I still want to date your baby and see if we can make a family out of this. That's what I told your mother, Mama Smurf. I said, I still want to date your daughter, Grandmom Smurf. Grandmom Smurf, I still want to date your daughter and see if we can make a family. Did I not say that, Grandma Smurf? Grandma Smurf, did I not say that, Grandma Smurf? I said it. I said it. And Grandma Smurf told me that wasn't good enough.
The same thing over and over again.
Did y'all hear me, brothers and sisters? I told her that I wanted to explore this further with her daughter. See, as a man, we're not just going to come out and say, yeah, I'm going to marry her because you told me to. Let me do this on my terms. As a man, we're not just going to come out and say, I'm going to marry your daughter because you told me to. As a man, we got...
That means he had no intentions of marrying her. Got it.
To do this on our terms. So if Grandma Smurf would have left me the hell alone, and if Mama Smurf would have stopped trying to bully me into marriage, and if you would have respected me and stopped being so damn disrespectful...
This is crazy.
You would have got a ring. You would have got a ring, baby. It would have been the worst decision of my life. We would be divorced by now. I probably wouldn't be King Kong consciousness, but you would have got a ring. You would have got married with your silly ass, but you kept listening to your mama. You kept listening to your mama. Do this to him. Do that to him. And then when y'all pulled that courtroom stunt, when that man bust your windows out, and instead of taking him to court, you took me to court. That man bust the windows out your car and threatened my daughter's life, and instead of taking him to court, you take me to court and you put makeup on your body. Lord have mercy. Am I lying, ancestors? Am I lying? She put makeup on.
God said, don't challenge me, boy. Do not challenge me, boy. How many names has he made up for God so far? God is not to be mocked, Umar. God is not to be mocked.
Her body. And took pictures into court. Put makeup on her body. Took pictures into court. And told these people,
this is crazy.
I abused you. And then when the judge tells me to look at the pictures, I said, time out. Time out.
Hey, monster.
Time out. The judge says he has a right to see the evidence. The bailiff passes me the pictures from Mama Smurf. I couldn't believe this. Exactly. I said, these are not bruises, because number one, I never touched her. And number two, this is makeup. This is makeup. This is makeup. This is mascara. This ain't. I said, Judge, Asian female. Shout out to the Rice Bunny Brigade. Asian female judge. Shout out to the Rice Bunny.
The Rice Bunny Brigade? He's so fucking racist.
Asian female judge. Shout out to the Rice Bunny Brigade.
Oh my God.
Shout out to the Rice Bunny Brigade.
You can't make this up. Man.
Shout out to the Rice Bunny Brigade. Wow. The Rice Bunny saved me. Shout out to the Rice Bunny. You still can't date him and you still can't wife him. Brothers, you still can't date him and you still can't wife him. It is black queens forever. Somebody texted me and said, Dr. Umar, after all you've been through with your baby mamas, do you still defend black women? You damn right I do, because I came from one. Dr. Umar, with all you've been through with your baby moms, do you still defend?
Speaking of your mother, Umar, what's going on with her? Because you refuse to show signs of life I'm sitting here actually wondering at this point if she's still alive and trapped in that house. And you're shielding and restricting her from the rest of her loved ones, including her other children and her grandchildren who want to see her. Why are you keeping her from her family? But yet a court has to have you ordered to supervise visitation. So, yeah, no, you want to talk about coming from a Black woman, but yet you mistreat your own mother by not even allowing her to go out into the sun, by not allowing her to see her family, to see her children. You hate Black women, Umar. You hate women because you are one, you punk ass. He hates himself. And he puts out that hate to women. But you don't see him challenging men like this.
Defend Black women? You damn right I do, because I came from one. Dr. Umar, with all you've been through, do you still defend Black women?
No
I'm
one
going to
needs
defend
him
Black women
defending
until the day
Black
I
women.
die. I said Black queens forever, snow bunnies never. Not every baby mama acts like Mama Smurf, and not every baby mama acts like Mrs. Vegan. These are two isolated incidents. I wouldn't paint all my beautiful African sisters with the same brush.
You can't make this
I
up.
wouldn't paint all my beautiful African sisters with the same brush. She said, why didn't you marry one? I just explained that. I just explained that, sister.
He doesn't
And if you
wanna
ask another
marry
goofy
anybody.
ass question, I'm gonna block your ass. Why didn't you marry them? I just told you.
He talks to women over a question. Yeah, no, why didn't you marry her? You the one that slept with her and got her pregnant. Obviously, you had no intentions on trying to date and court anybody. You've got 3 or 4 kids by 3 and 4 different women. None of them you've married. You have no intentions on getting married. You want a house slave. You don't want a wife, because that will require you to bring something to the table. And you have nothing to offer, Umar. Nothing.
You why they didn't get married? Because they tried to bully me into marriage, and they were extremely, extremely disrespectful during the pregnancy. Extremely disrespectful. Extremely disrespectful. And if you want me to put the icing on the cake for Mama Smurf, I'm gonna put the icing on the cake for Mama Smurf, and I'm gonna give y'all one piece of Mrs. Vegan, and I'm gonna end this and get ready for California State Long Beach Black Consciousness Conference. Los Angeles, I am here. Watts, I am here. Compton, I am here. South Central, I am here. The conference today is from 11.
Cruising down the street in my 6'4". Compton should have showed up and whooped his ass.
To 5:30 inside of Beach Hall at California State University. I speak at 4:30, and you know we taking the photos. You know the photos is crazy whenever King Kong comes to campus. You know the photos is crazy whenever King Kong comes to campus. It's going to be the same thing at FAMU at the end of the month, HBCU FAMU. You know the photos is crazy. Most popular Black scholar of all time. Don't play with me. All time. All time. So let me give you this. I don't care about your questions because I don't care about your clarity. I'm only saying this for my day ones in case they have. I don't care about the rest of y'all, what y'all think. If you're not an FDMG donor, if you're not a member of the Ifa Tunde Army, I really don't care what you think. Y'all should know me by now. Y'all should know me by now.
Yeah, Umar Tardians, you all have to keep paying him for him to care about your thought. That should tell you something. Because the rest of us knows not to give him our hard-earned money when FDMG is not a place. It's a people, apparently. Because it will never be a school. Umar, you can kiss my ass.
Okay, I didn't finish the photos. So I looked at the photos. I'm sorry. I had ADHD moment. Ancestral diversion for higher development.
ADHD. Okay, so he is
diversion
an idiot.
for higher development.
Yeah, no, he doesn't have ADHD. He's just an idiot. This is what happens when you lie, Umar. There are people who actually have ADHD, and they act nowhere near this. He's just an idiot. That's all that is. Don't sit here and try to proclaim to have ADHD. He wouldn't even admit to that and take medications for it if you paid him to. So don't lie to people and say you have any type of issue or condition or diagnosis to try to pass off your stupidity or the fact that you're a pathological, psychological, bumbling liar. You are a narcissistic cult leader and a pathological liar, and you're trying to say you got ADHD? Get out of here.
And so I told the judge, this is nothing but makeup. The judge looked at the pictures. The judge said, yeah, he's right. These are not real images of bruises. I challenged the judge to have her stand up and show a bruise. She couldn't show a bruise. So she started getting nasty with the judge because the judge told her, don't ever come in my courtroom and lie. She got nasty with the judge. The judge made the bailiff go stand next to Mama Smurf. This is where Baby Smurf get her nasty ass attitude. This is where Baby Smurf gets her nasty ass attitude, like Mama like daughter. Like Mama like daughter. You are definitely your mother's child, Baby Smurf. You are definitely your mother's child, Baby Smurf. You are definitely your mother's child, Baby Smurf. And so the judge told the bailiff to go stand next to Mama Smurf, and she said,
Umar, you are definitely the spawn of Satan. Umar, you are definitely the spawn of Satan. To the Prince of Pancrust Pizza. Umar Johnson, you are definitely the spawn of Satan.
one more word out of you, and you will be arrested for contempt of court. One more word out of you, and you will be arrested for contempt of court. One more word out of you, and you will be arrested for contempt of court. So we leave the courtroom, right? We leave the courtroom. Grandpop Smurf and Grandma Smurf are waiting outside of the family court building. This is when family court was on 12th Street. For all my Philadelphia Africans, this is when family court was on 12th Street. It wasn't up on Arch Street yet. This was on 12th Street. For my Philadelphia Africans, my fellow brothers paying child support who can't see your children. This is when family court was on 12th Street. I call him Smurf because I don't want to give her legal name. I still want to protect her. That's the mother of my child, so I call her Mama Smurf because I don't want to give her a legal name. Not at this time anyway. If it comes to that, it comes to that. But not at this time. I don't want to give their legal name.
Oh my God! Why would it matter what it comes down to? He really is an asshole. Why would you want to dox her at any given time? You got her pregnant. No one told you to do that. You chose to do that. And you still can't take responsibility for what you failed to do. And that was to make sure that your daughter had what she needed at 3 months old. So as opposed to you helping to buy formula because the mother could or didn't breastfeed, not that that is a mandate by any law for her to do it. You wanted to make it seem like, oh, well, you know, if you breastfeed, then I wouldn't have to pay child support. Like that was just going to be the only thing that she would need money for. Are you out of your fucking mind? I'm trying my best not to cuss, Lord. The spawn of Satan sitting here lying like hell, trying to blame it on ADHD, is saying that he is not yet prepared to dox the mother of his child. You can't.
Because I know how trifling the YouTubian struggle streamers are. I know how trifling the YouTubian struggle streamers are.
Yeah,
and so,
like you are, Umar.
When we get outside, Grandpa Smurf says, what? They didn't. He said, what happened? And she said they let him go or something. And he was like, what? They let him go? So he comes over to me. You put your hands on my daughter? I said, I never touched your fucking daughter. What are you talking about? I never put hands on your daughter. And I'm not mad at Grandpa Smurf because that's what a father.
You know, Grandpa Smurf should have punched his ass in the mouth just for saying fucking daughter. Yeah, that would have been enough for my dad to knock his ass out. Just that.
Supposed to do. He was lied to by his wife and daughter. I can't blame him. Grandpa Smurf, I ain't got no issue with you. Except you should have made your daughter let me see my child. But I ain't got no issue with you. You doing what a father's supposed to do. You were lied to. You were told by your daughter that I abused her. You didn't know no better. So I don't even fault Grandpa Smurf. He did what a father's supposed to do. He wanted to fight the man who abused his daughter. So we was about to fight. And then that's when the family court police separated us. They grabbed me by the neck. They damn near grabbed me and lifted me and dragged me all the way through the damn family court like I had a gun or something. Was all that necessary?
They should have whipped his ass.
I guess because he was older than me. I guess they wanted to protect him instead of me. They grabbed me like 6, 7 cops grabbed me and.
Oh, now you're playing the victim, Umar. You coward.
Dragged me through the whole family. No, I can't stop cursing, but you can get off my live if you want. You can get off my live if you want, because if you say something else disrespectful, I'm gonna block you.
Because he's a coward.
So that was that.
Because words hurt him. Look at his fragile ego. No spine. No soul either. Why should anyone care how you feel, Umar? You don't have feelings. You lack empathy. You lack remorse.
That day changed everything because I said, bro, you at the point of no return. This
woman lied and crying about things
to try to get you shut down. No psychologist, no clinical psychologist, no school psychologist, no principal, no FDMG, no therapist, no diagnostician, no. She tried to get me put on the domestic abuse list, child abuse list, domestic abuse. That's a felony crime. That woman tried to destroy me while she did nothing to the man who threatened my daughter's life and bust her windows out and left a death note. She tried to destroy my life while she did nothing to the man who bust her windows out, threatened her life, and left the death note. Thank God I called the police and had that police report. Thank God I called the police and had that police report.
Why do I feel like this was a setup? Why do I feel like Umar had someone bust her windows out, do all this stuff? Because he's capable of setting people up and having people pull up on his ops. Why do I feel like that was a setup from Umar? That's just my hunch on this. I feel like Umar had some hand in that where he probably told someone to go and do that just because he knew that court was coming up. And he's mad. And look how petty and vengeful he is. Like a spineless punk. The spawn of Satan. Why do I feel like he had a hand in it? If he's capable of having his so-called Goonie Goons threaten to sexually assault a woman, I do believe that he's very capable of hiring someone to go and bust out the mother of his child's windows. Because what, she's one of 3 or 4? He doesn't care.
Thank God I called the police and had that police report. Baby Smurf, you are your mama's daughter. You look just like her. You act just like her. Baby Smurf, she spit you out, Baby Smurf. I still love you, Baby Smurf. You're a little crazy right now. I still love you. Once you out your mama house, I think we can build a relationship there.
I put her back in
I still love you. I don't blame you for none of this, Baby Smurf. I blame your mama. She put the battery in your back. She's talking through you. You are the robot. You are the proxy. You are the duplicate. I don't blame you, Baby Smurf. Your father still loves you. You don't know no better. All you know is what you've been told. That's a shame that your mama lying to you. But I'm sure you and I will work it out when the time comes. Now, I'm going to give y'all one little piece from Mrs. Vegan. The small piece. I can't give you the major because I respect her and I don't want to drop bombs unless you don't let me see my daughter in the next 2 weeks. And if you live in Philadelphia and you know Mrs. Vegan, please get word to her.
So you're going to dox her, which is a cybercrime, and then hopefully she would have had charges filed against you and filed an FBI complaint, because now you're putting her and her daughter's lives in jeopardy because your Goonie Goons were probably going to pull up and do worse to her.
Get word to her brother. Get word to her mother at the restaurant. Let those vegan people know Dr. Umar needs to see his daughter in 2 weeks, or he's going to tell people the truth. See, I went to every doctor's appointment for my baby, every prenatal for my eldest daughter. I went to every Lamaze class.
That's not a badge of honor, you idiot. That is what fathers do.
For my oldest daughter, I went to everything for Baby Smurf. I was allowed to go to nothing for my royal princess. My baby girl, by Mrs. Vegan, she didn't let me go to no doctor's appointments except the first doctor's appointment. She didn't let me go to no doctor's appointments except the first doctor's appointment. She kept me in the dark. When Baby Smurf was born, I was there. When Baby Smurf was born at Chestnut Hill Hospital, I was there. When Baby Smurf came into this world, guess what? I was the first person to hold her after the Neanderthal delivery doctor.
What?
After that racist, nasty-ass Neanderthal delivery doctor, I was the first person to hold Baby Smurf. Did you know that, Baby Smurf?
Unbelievable.
Baby Smurf, I held you before your mama. I held you before your grandmama. Baby Smurf, did your mama tell you that I was the first person to hold you? Did your mama tell you I was...
Why is he bragging on this like fathers don't do that? My ex-husband was the first to hold my children when they were born. I had a C-section. I couldn't even hold them right away. But why is that something he's bragging on? Sometimes that happens, Umar, when you have kids and you're the father and you're the first to hold the baby. You even are allowed to cut the cord. Moms might not be able to do that. I don't know many mothers that were able to cut their own child's umbilical cord. Fathers typically do that. Why are you bragging about these things as if you're the only man on earth to do it? You blubbering idiot.
I was in that delivery room with her for what, 14 hours? However long it took. We was there through the whole night, and then the sun came up and you came out. It was the most beautiful thing. Baby Smurf, when you were born, right? I think it was raining. If it wasn't raining, it was springtime because you was born in May. But it was raining. It was dark. She was in labor overnight. And this is how I knew you was my child. Because as soon as the sun came up, you came out. It was the most beautiful thing. As soon as the sun came up, you came out. It was the most beautiful thing.
That was his daughter.
And the Neanderthal put you in my hands. He wrapped you in a white cloth, and he put you in my hands, and I did a prayer over Baby Smurf. I prayed over my baby. Yes, I did. I prayed over my baby. And then I gave you to your mother. Now, Baby Smurf, let me clarify.
And he probably hasn't held her since then.
Something that your mother lied to you about. Baby Smurf, I want to talk about the birth certificate.
Why?
When Grandma Smurf told your mother not to give you my last name. Listen to me, Baby Smurf. This is for you, Baby Smurf. When Grandma Smurf told Mama Smurf.
Baby Smurf, don't listen to your father. He's a pathological liar. He lies about everything. And he sends out Goonie Goons to sexual assault women.
Not to give you my last name. I told your mother I'm going to need a paternity test.
Of course.
I'm going to need a paternity test. My daughter and I getting my last name. I'm going to need a paternity test.
He didn't need it up until then, though.
Was absolutely enraged at my statement. She said that is an insult and that is disrespectful.
Let me tell you something. My ex tried to say that, and I told him, I said, go ahead, look, whatever you find out, let me know. I literally told him, he's like, I'm gonna get a paternity test, especially on my kids. They come out looking just like me. Okay, good luck to that. Let me know what the test comes out. I'm just sitting here and I'm not getting mad at it. Go take the test because you're going to spend all that money out of your pocket. Go ahead. And we were married. I said, yeah, let me know how that goes. Bring back the results so we can see.
For you to tell me you need a paternity test. And I said, it is disrespectful for you not to give my daughter my last name.
Yeah, go spend that money and do it.
After you were born, your mother remained in a hospital for a couple days, Chestnut Hill, Germantown Avenue. Your mother called me one night
she just like a father?
while she was still in the hospital, postpartum. And she said, you have to come and sign the birth certificate. I knew what was about to happen. I knew it. So I drive up to Chestnut Hill Hospital. It's nighttime. It's like 8, 9 at night. She waited until the nighttime because Mama Smurf and Grandma Smurf had to come up with their schemes. Oh, there's some scheming ass people. Mama Smurf is a scheming ass woman, and she gave it right to Baby Smurf. So I walks into the hospital room at Chestnut Hill Hospital. I walked into the hospital room at Chestnut Hill Hospital. And the birth certificate paperwork, it was like 3 to 5 sheets of paper. And she already had the papers folded back to the last page. She didn't say, read this and sign it. It's for the birth certificate. You know what this woman did? She went to the last page, folded the paperwork back, gave me an ink pen, and said, sign right here. I just need you to sign right here. You don't need to read it. You just need to sign right here. And I said to myself, do I look like a fool? I didn't say that to her. I said it to myself. I said, do I look like a fool?
Yeah, you should ask that question out loud. The answer is yes. Umar, you are a complete fool. You're the spawn of Satan too. And you're a pathological liar. And if Baby Smurf is lying like hell, she gets it from her father. He talks about she's like her mother. No, the lying part would come from you, Umar.
You think I'm gonna walk into this white man's hospital with my scheming ass baby mom, and I'm just gonna sign the last page and not read the first couple pages? Do you think I'm a damn fool?
Oh boy.
So I read the whole thing.
He's a scamming fool.
I believe she had her last name where the last name goes, or she had not filled it out. And I gave her the paperwork and I walked out. I said, I'm done with this and I'm leaving. And she said, why are you always thinking I'm up to something? She the one who started yelling. I didn't scream in no hospital. I didn't scream. I didn't raise my voice in the hospital. I gave her back the birth certificate paperwork. And I think I said, I'm tired of you playing games. I'm out. And she started yelling at me. And she said, why you think somebody always trying to do something to you? Why you always think I'm trying to get over on you? And I left.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
And she took me to child support court and we did the blood test. Even though we waited on the blood test, I still went to every pediatrician appointment. Do you hear me, Baby Smurf? Because I pretty much knew you was mine. But
what the hell is he talking about? Either she yours or she not. Why are you bragging as if they owe you something? He's coming off like they owe him something. You all should worship the ground I walk on because I went to a doctor's appointment. Get out of here. I've seen plenty of fathers go to doctor's appointments for their babies. Stop off. What would he have done if the mother, God forbid, would have lost her life for some given birth? Then what? He would have let the baby, become ward of the state. He would have been a even worse deadbeat.
So she didn't want to give you my last name at first. She changed her mind to avoid the paternity test, but I did it anyway. And that's a big reason why your mama hates me. Did you hear what I said, Baby Smurf?
No.
Your mother gave you my last name in the end, so I wouldn't take the paternity test. I took the paternity test anyway. I pretty much knew you were mine, but
you didn't have a choice. It's court ordered.
Ahead of me. Because I knew I had 18 years of hell ahead of me, I said, you better take this paternity test and just make sure, because you're going to go through hell.
Hell is not, it's not, that's what you make it. You could just co-parent and keep living your life and take care of the child. It's good grief. The mother of his kids have got to be pulling their hairs out of their head. Like, what? All the men on earth, why did I have to get pregnant by this?
Over the next 18 years. And that's all I'm going to say about Mama Smurf. But nobody hit your mom. I think she said I beat her mom up in the hospital. What? I hit your mother in a hospital while she was holding you right after man. Mama Smurf, did you really tell your daughter that? I mean, I know you had to come up with some lies for why you kept me out of her life, but my goodness, that was a bad lie, man. Don't do Mama Smurf. Did you really tell Baby Smurf that I was beating on you? Why would you lie like that? I never hit you in my life. If there's any woman I've ever dated that I physically assaulted, will you please come forward? If there's any woman I've ever dated.
Yeah. Don't get mad when it's a lineup. See? He sent out the Batman signal. And now he's mad that women are actually coming forward saying he did put his hands on me. This is what happens, Umar, when you put your foot in your mouth. You sent out the bat signal because I'm Batman.
That I physically assaulted. Will you please come forward? My goodness, we got to stop the cat. Is there a police report? Is there a restraining order? Is there an arrest record? Is there something on paper, brothers and sisters? Now, I'm done with Mama Smurf and Baby Smurf. I wish them the best.
Can't, man. You can't make this up.
Baby Smurf, get your interview money. You ain't got much to tell because you don't know shit, but so be it.
Huh?
Let me go to Miss Vegan because this is the new battle. The real battle is for my princess of Pan-Africanism, my baby girl. Let me give y'all one little piece of Miss Vegan.
One child different than the other.
I went to every prenatal appointment for Baby Smurf. I only went to the first one for the princess of Pan-Africanism. I went to almost every pediatrician appointment for Baby Smurf when she was young.
Dirty nails.
I wasn't invited to a single one by Mrs. Vegan. I was there when Baby Smurf was born.
Y'all look at his dirty nails.
I was the first African.
Look at that. It's so dirty. Why is that nail so long? And it's got dirt in it. It's so gross. He's got dookie fingers.
To hold my child where she was born, Baby Smurf. I was not invited to the birth of the princess of Pan-Africanism. I'm going to say it again. I'm going to say, Ms. Vegan, I hope you're listening. Ms. Vegan, you better arrange for me to see my baby. Brothers and sisters, Dr. Umar was not invited to the birth of his second child. Dr. Umar was not invited to the birth of his second child. I still remember when I called Mrs. Vegan on the phone. I was blowing up on the conscious community. I was blowing up all over the world. Because we conceived my baby right around the Chicago interview. Shout out to my Chicago Africans. Shout out to my Chicago Africans. I was on the phone with Mrs. Vegan driving back from my Harlem lecture, October 30th, 2010, that made me the international icon that I am today, brothers and sisters. So I want y'all to put this into context. Dr. Umar gets Ms. Vegan pregnant right before September 18th, 2010.
Why are you telling people that, you stupid idiot? Maybe it's because you keep talking about these sexual experiences, encounters that no one needs to know. Why are you putting that out there? You're not even trying to be a gentleman. You soulless, spineless seed of Chucky.
The Chicago interview, the infamous Chicago interview that made me a legend. Then 6 weeks later, he goes to New York and blows down Harlem and takes over the Black consciousness movement that I've had in my hands for 15 years. King Kong consciousness, 15 years. And so when I'm driving back from Harlem, I don't even know I'm about to blow up, y'all. I'm on the phone with my baby mom, Ms.
Yeah, because grifting is a thing for him.
Biggest name in Black consciousness in the world. I just left Harlem. I'm on the phone. When is the next doctor's appointment? Don't worry about it. I want to come to the doctor's appointment. Don't worry about it. I don't need you at the next doctor's appointment. What? Huh? I went to all my first baby's doctor's appointments. Why can't I go to my second baby? I don't want you there. I don't need you there. I said, okay. When is she scheduled to be born? I want to be there. She said, I'm not having her at a hospital. I'm having her at a birthing center. I'm not having her at a hospital. I'm having her at a birthing center. No problem. I understand you follow vegan rules. I'm with you. No problem. I understand you follow vegan rules. I'm with you. No problem. I understand you follow vegan rules. I'm with you. So she gives me the date that my...
Yeah, there are women who go to birthing centers that eat meat. What are we talking about here? A natural birth is not something strictly for vegans. What the hell? This is coming from a man with titties that, can't give birth to save his life. So, okay.
Daughter is supposed to be born, right? I'm talking about baby mama number 2. We talking 2011.
Oh my God.
I call her a few weeks before her due date because she wasn't letting me go to no prenatal visits.
You can't make this
and if you don't produce my child in 2 weeks, the whole world going to know why you didn't let me go to no prenatal visits. The whole world going to find out if you don't produce my child, Mrs. Vegan.
Well.
So,
King Kong bum.
I call her up. I said, it's almost time for your due date. I call her up. God is my witness. The ancestors are here. The ancestors are here from Africa to Alabama. Huh? I said, it's almost time for you to give birth to our baby. When is the due?
So he's seeing demons. Because now, is he laid up in a bed in a hotel room? Okay.
Where is the birthing center? I'm going to be there for my daughter. You kept me from all the prenatal visits, but I'm coming to the birth. I didn't feel right. I was at all baby Smurf's doctor's appointments. I went to the Lamaze class, everything, and I was being shut out by baby mom number 2. I was being shut out by baby mom number 2. I was being shut out by baby mom number 2. And when I called baby mom,
she doesn't have time for your foolishness.
I called baby mom and said, it's almost time for you to give birth. Guess what baby mom told me, y'all? Guess what baby mom number 2, Miss Vegan, told me when I called her? She said she's already here. I couldn't believe this shit. She said she's already here.
You're crazy.
She said, I said, what? 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 What do you mean my daughter is already here? I gave birth to her 2 weeks ago. What the fuck? What? Excuse me? What?
He has no intentions on taking care of the children. Probably did nothing financially to assist the mother when she was pregnant. So what difference does it make? It's like he's weaponizing the role of being a parent when it's convenient for him to get sympathy out of people. Y'all, he does it. It's the face of a man, a coward, an ape, who does nothing to help at all financially. Cries about child support, gets mad when he's faced with another man who's not going to let him disrespect his daughter, and yet wants to sit here and put on this fake show like he cares so much that he missed the birth of his daughter. This is the cowardice that you see here. This is the same man that puts out hits on people, doxes people, including the mother of his children, and has goony goons threatening to sexually assault women. I would keep his ass far away from me and my daughter as well. Are you kidding? She's doing what a natural, normal, sane-minded individual would do. Let me find a way to keep this dumb demon away from me and my child. God forgive me for procreating with this one. But I'm not going to let him be around me and my child. And he's mad, trying to make it seem like he's so hurt. No, he's not.
What? You knew I wanted to be there, and you didn't call me when you were going into labor?
Show.
You had my daughter without me?
Yep.
She said,
did.
I didn't think you cared. I said, you's a goddamn lie.
we all know. Oh, yeah, let me play that again, because that's right on point.
And you didn't call me when you were going into labor? You had my daughter without me? She said, I didn't think you cared.
Yeah. No truer words have ever been spoken. I didn't think you cared. Because most of us can discern that he doesn't care. Umar, you're doing this shit for show. You don't care. If a court has to tell you to pay child support, you're going around trying to validate why you should not have to pay child support for a 3-month-old because of formula. You don't care. I think the worst thing is that 4 women have somehow laid down and allowed you to procreate with them. And it's sad. It's sad that you see that at least the first 2 maybe, but the last 2 could have been spared if they would have just watched a few of your videos. But no one should be having kids with this idiot. Especially when you see he has 3 or 4 different children by 3 or 4 different women and had no intention on marrying any of them. He's not marrying any of them. None of them. So, of course, she's going to feel you don't care. We're all discerning that. You don't care, Umar.
I said, you's a goddamn lie. I wanted to go to every appointment and you denied me. I wanted to go to every appointment and you denied me. How dare you sit here? I told you to your face I want to be there when my baby is born, and you denied me the right to be there.
You can't make this up. Hit the like button.
And then I said, this sounds real funny. I said, this situation sounds real funny. Am I lying, Mrs. Vegan? Am I lying, Mrs. Vegan? Am I lying, Mrs. Vegan? I said, this situation is crazy. I said,
yes,
I'm going to get blood tests. I said, we can have the paternity company come to your mama house. Because neither baby mom ever let me know where they lived. Some of y'all said you should have just rolled up on your child.
No, well, because you keep doxing and threatening people. This video is why you should not know where they live. Because if you're talking about doxing them, then the last thing they need you to do is to give out their address where your children are living. This is not a protector. This is a punk ass.
How? Neither baby mom ever let me know where they live. And family court will not give the father the mother's residence if she don't let him. Not in Philadelphia.
Not if there's a safety
because
issue.
I've never known where my daughters lay their heads at. I don't know today. Didn't know then. They kept it from me. So I had to go to the grandmom vegan.
He's never known.
So I had to see my daughter at grandmom vegan's house.
Oh, God.
Now, when I go there for the first time, I knew she was my child. This was my baby girl, princess of Pan-Africanism. I knew she was my child because when her mother gave birth, although she didn't invite me, I had a dream that night.
Oh, God.
That she was having some complications. The ancestors brought me a dream. My daughter was inside of a car, and one of the belts under the hood was wrapped around her neck. I was flying back from some other city, and I was rushing to get back home to get to the car repair shop to untangle this cord from around my daughter's neck. This was the dream, brothers and sisters. It was scary as hell. This baby was hanging from a cord from a car, and I'm in an airplane flying back. And when I walked into Grandma Vegan's house for the first time,
evil.
When I walked into Grandma Vegan's house for the first time and saw my baby, I said, oh my God, that's the baby from the dream. The ancestors showed me my daughter before I saw her, brothers and sisters. Are y'all listening to me? Where my African spiritualists at? Y'all know I'm telling the truth. Where my African spiritualists at? Y'all know the ancestors were telling me your daughter's mother is having your child right now. The car was the mother. The ancestors speak through symbol. The car was the mother. The cord was the umbilical cord. It was wrapped around my baby neck. This is how I know you was meant to be here, Princess of Pan-Africanism. This is how I knew you was meant to be here, Princess of Pan-Africanism. This is how I knew you was meant to be here, Princess.
Why does he say call her Princess of Pan-Africanism, but the other daughter he calls her Baby Smurf? He makes a complete noticeable difference between the two children.
It's a Pan-Africanism because the ancestors showed me that your mother was having complications with you, and the ancestors were showing me that your baby needs you right now, but I didn't know where you were. And when your mother finally told me
this never happened,
the date when you were born, I said that's around the time I had the dream. And when I walked into your grandmama's house and I saw you for the first time, I said that's my baby. That's the same baby from the dream. I'm a priest of the ancestors, in case y'all don't know. So I get truth even when I don't have evidence. I'm a priest of the ancestors, in case y'all don't know. I get proof even when I don't have the evidence. So I was mad at myself, y'all. I was mad. I said, you already been through this. Because of your sexual indiscretions, your undisciplined self, you're going to go through this again. It's all my fault. Black men, if we are going to be kings, we have to admit it's our fault. It's my fault. I take full responsibility for what happened to my oldest. I take full responsibility.
And he still does this.
For what happened to my youngest.
But he got gas, got a fart.
Then you have a literal.
What happened? He realized, you know what? I just admitted it's my fault, and he's an idiot. Oh, got it. You can't make that up. That was the end of it. That was the end of the video. You can't make that up. Let me go back. Hold on a second. He said, when was this video? It said on March 29. Let me pull this back down. It said March 29. I have to check with Daddy's World to make sure. But he says here. So this would be 6 months. It says 6 months ago. I'm sorry. There it is. March premiered. This premiered on March 15th. I don't know when exactly. So they timestamp. Daddy's World did a great job timestamping this. It says it premiered March 15th of 2025, this year. So 6 months ago. I'm late to the party, y'all. Wow. Yeah, it says 6 months ago. Y'all, you can't make this up. It's like he stopped filming when he realized it's all his fault. He's like, oh shit, I just admitted it's my fault. Yeah, all that for nothing. For him to turn around and admit it's all his fault. This is how he ended this video. Yeah, it's my fault. We have to learn to admit it's our fault. Hold on. It keeps going to the next video. He said we have to admit when it's our fault. I just want to show the look on his face when he's sitting here like, oh hell, I just admitted that this is all my fault. Oh shit. I'm sorry. It keeps going to the next one. But the look on that was just priceless. Y'all, Candace is coming up next. She's another one. Yeah, this is something else. Did the sleeping ape ever march to the courts paying for paying child support? He says things but never follow through. And who knows? That's the problem. It's hard to even this is part of what I'm doing. I'm looking at these videos as we go along, as I do more research on them. So I'm sure There has to be a follow-up on this. If anybody can find the follow-up to that video, please do. Please do. Because this is how he is. He did all of this to get sympathy out of people. That's how I feel. I feel like he only made this video just to get sympathy out of people because he can't explain why he is a deadbeat father not trying to take care of his kids. He can't explain that. And after an hour or so, almost 2 hours video, he comes to the conclusion, this is my fault. Yeah, it is. It absolutely is. You're having kids out here nilly-willy. You're not wrapping up. You don't care. You don't care if you get anybody pregnant. You're not using condoms. You're not doing anything. You're running around here like you just discovered your hormones. And you're just not realizing that you need to be more responsible when you're out here with women. This is, it's like the birds and the bees conversation he's having with himself 2 kids later. You know, this is a conversation him and his father should have had, or at least him and his mother. When he was like 16, 17 years old, though, not after he's had 2 kids. Like, this is what happens when you go out and you have sex and it's unprotected. You know, you can get somebody pregnant, and then if they get pregnant, you're going to have to take care of the baby. You're going to have to buy formula, buy Pampers, buy wipes. You're going to have to do all those things. You can't force her to breastfeed so that you don't have to pay child support. The hell is wrong with you? But, I mean, these are conversations he should have had between his mother and father, you know, when he was 16, 17 years old. No. 2 kids later, he's just not realizing this shit is his fault. You can't make this up. I want to thank you guys for tuning in. This was my first time watching that video and first time reaction. That he never... What's going on, Joan? Does anyone wonder why a judge decided no unsupervised visitation, reckless, sassy, and full of red flags for abuse? Exactly. That's the thing. He doesn't say why he was ordered to supervise visitation either. It's like he doesn't even, you know, acknowledge it. He doesn't even acknowledge it. Y'all know the judge, you know, sent his, you know, order for me to have supervised visitation because of XYZ. He doesn't even talk about it. So he argued with her, wondering why he wasn't at the birth. Then the next sentence, he says he was coming home on a flight from out of town. Exactly. Like she said, she told him, I didn't think you cared. And most of us don't. Most of us don't believe he cares. Just like with his mom. He has a mother up in a house, and he refuses to allow his siblings to see her. He refuses to allow her grandchildren to see her. And yet, he won't let the police or the elderly association do a wellness check. So most people will naturally say, you know what? He doesn't even care. He still talks about going out on tours. He's going to see everybody in this city, in that state, in this country, in that continent. But he doesn't say anything about how he's taking care of his mother either. This is crazy. That's how you can tell he doesn't care. He only brings this stuff up when he's trying to grift and ask for money, and he's using the sympathy card to get it. Y'all, look how the system is so unfair. Hit the Cash App. Hit the PayPal. Hit the Cash App. Hit the PayPal. I'm about to start a movement. Yeah, okay. Where's that movement, Umar? Anybody seen that movement? Where's the movement? He said he was going to have senators and state legislators and people voted out. But not the judges themselves, all right? They're actually elected that you can have voted out. Like, you can't make this stuff up. This is coming from the idiot who asked whether or not he should take the LSAT. No, you should stay far away from law school. Because if you're not going to read laws on your own accord to handle yourself in a child support case, you don't belong in anybody's law school for any reason whatsoever. I believe the only reason why he would go back to school is to avoid getting a job, not because he cares about anything else. Y'all, there's so much more content out there. So many more videos that we have to explore here in the Lady Luck Club because I'm late to the party. Just, man, I don't know if this is shocking to me at this point, but it's still good to know. And one of the reasons why I wanted to show this video, if he's out here willing to dox his own, the mother of his children, how do you think he feels about the treatment he's given Marianne Lorian? Or, how he's treated Lene Stacks? Or any other woman that's spoken out against him and was critical of him? He doesn't care about any of these he doesn't care about women in general. He's an absolute racist. He's absolutely sexist, but he won't step to a man unless he thinks that man is a homosexual, I guess. It's the cowardice in him. And he has no spine and he knows it. He's a coward and a spineless punk. Umar, you're the seed of Chucky, and we all know it. And no, you don't care. And until you produce your mother, we will continue to ask if she's alive. I know I am. I'm not going to stop asking that. We need sign of life. So, it's just dangerous at this point. Got a woman cooped up in the house. Yeah, I want to give some shout outs to the supers. We received the $5 super from Seth. Thank you so much. Y'all, we have a $25 goal for the live. Sometimes we meet it, sometimes we don't. But in any event, make sure you guys hit that like button and put a heart in the chat when you hit that like button. Drop a heart in the chat if you hit that like button. Drop a heart in the chat if you have hit that like button. And man, Umar is just a never-ending blubbering fish. What's going on, Kadar? He said he swears he's the most important Black figure in the history of the world. I'm the most requested, even if this is the case. It's because the host feels you'll bring views. I mean, that's all it comes down to. And then even that, he has nothing to talk about of importance. What can he teach someone when he can't even explain why a school is not open after 6.5 years? Or why he allowed the water bill to get behind? Or why he refuses to do a full tour of the actual school buildings? Or why is there black mold growing all over the buildings? Put hearts in the chat for hitting that like button. Make sure you guys subscribe to the Lady Luck Club. We are growing. I want to thank all of you all. I thank God for the direction this platform is going. I really do. Umar gets me irritated because I've never seen someone be so bold with their con and the scamming and the lying and the danger and the threat of the doxing, the cyber harassment, the cyber bullying. And then, it's like it doesn't bother him. He has no remorse. He lacks empathy. He lacks a soul. And then he plays the victim. It's so crazy. So, yeah, he's a forever victim. He's supposed to be a leader. He's exhausting. Yeah, I appreciate all of you guys. Thank you all so much for tuning in. We're coming up on 2 hours and 33 minutes. Thank you for the $5 super self. Thank you all for engaging in the chat. Thank you for the likes. Thanks for the views. Make sure you subscribe and share the content. I'm going to break down this video into parts because I want everybody to be able to, some people really do have ADHD and they just need to, okay, but Lady Luck, we got to break this down in the 15, 20 minute increments. So I try my best to do that as well. But you guys will be back at it again tomorrow. We're going to have another watch party on Nature Boy, the cult leader who's in prison for the rest of his life, plus 10 years in carbonation, because he's another cult leader that had a cult here in Atlanta that needs to be addressed so you guys can recognize the signs of these cult leaders and want to be cult leaders like Umar, Nature Boy, David E. Taylor, others running around that people, never even heard of. Just out here making people miserable for no reason. So thank you all so much. We got a members only live we're going to get to I want to start that at 10 p.m. and give everybody, a few minutes to kind of get the Kool-Aid and popcorn ready. So I'll see all of the members at the Members Only Live in 30 minutes. We'll push that back to 10 p.m. Thank you all so much. And I will see you all tomorrow for the watch party of Nature Boy. And until the next one, Lady Luck Club out. Deuces.